Travolting presents Bobbin for Robin. Hosted by Jeff Sweeney and Stuart Elmore. Covering Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. With special guest, Dave Mendelillo. Such a fuck.
Hey, you're not by any chance related to Robin Williams, are you?
No, but I get that a lot.
Well, you know, there's an exhibit about him here. Did you? For the podcast, too.
You know what? I've actually been lost since I've been here. Can you actually show me?
Let me show you about the life of Robin Williams. Right this way.
Oh, man. We're totally going to hold hands at the exhibit and kiss and fuck and get a divorce for 3 years and have a fight over alimony and child support. But let's do this. My name's Amy Adams. Welcome to Bobbin for Robin.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so three things. I have three things to say. First, well, actually, I have zero to say.
Thing zero.
Thing zero. Dave, welcome back.
Dave!
Our official scholar of the Night at the Museum trilogy. But thing one, nothing brings me back to 2009 more than hearing.
What is that?
It's a Coldplay, Life in Technicolor. Nothing brings. It's the ending music to Night at the Museum. Nothing brings me back to 2009.
I thought it was a Jonas Brothers song that played at the end.
That plays in the end credits. This is point number two.
Okay.
Point number two. It is the ultimate testament to sub-hack Sean Levy. That Life in Technicolor is the perfect ending song to a movie to segue into the credits. It plays, they cut the song off and play something else over the end credits.
Man. And I gave this movie a half star. Should get a quarter star. Should get no stars.
I'm gonna cut to the part where the lyrics come in.
How far in do you have to go?
Imagine this. We're pulling back in the museum. We're pulling back.
Yeah.
And cut, directed by Sean Levy. Like, that's how you do it, right?
That's how you do it. Yeah. That's how you do it.
But you know what he doesn't do? He cuts off before the lyrics start, and you get Jonas Brothers going like, yeah, we're the Jonas Brothers.
Cupid.
There's three of us.
We're love, romance.
One of us was in Jumanji.
This movie's
He's really bad in it.
That was point number two.
That was point number two. And, I can't remember point number three was.
Well, my thing is like, I had to redo that intro, but like, can you fucking blame me? Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. What the fucking long-winded title. It's called Night at the Museum 2, the Smithsonian. Or why do we got Night at the Museum 2, Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian? Oh my God.
This was the
such a long fucking title.
This was the era where like we started getting the like of the titles.
No one calls it 2 anymore.
Like
no one does 2 or 3.
Like there's always been like Planet of the Apes. Like that's always been a thing.
Right.
But this was the era where you really start getting like Revenge of the Fallen, Battle of the Smithsonian,
Rise of the Planet of the Apes,
Rise
of
the Planet
War
of the
Planet
Apes,
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
What Age of Extinction, a lot of ages,
You're going
Age of
lots of
Ultron,
Transformers.
Nymph of the Maniac.
Nymph of the
Maniac.
I do miss the time when we just called our fucking sequels 2. Like Shrek 2. There's no Shrek 2 or actually no, there is a subtitle.
Shrek 3 is Shrek the Third, and then Shrek 4 is Shrek
but
Forever.
Shrek
After.
2 is Far, Far Away, right?
No, it's just Shrek 2.
It is just Shrek 2. There's no like subtitle.
You're thinking of Far, Far Away Idol.
Maybe that's what it is. But yeah, do you remember when it just used to be like Shrek 2? Nothing else.
Well,
We're doing Shrek, but again, that's it.
The real throwback is before you even had to do that, where it was just like the sequel has a completely different name. Like
Season of the Witch.
No, like The Empire Strikes Back. That was not released as Star Wars The Empire. It was just released as The Empire Strikes Back.
It was like Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, just those are the two movies.
Right.
Or
Because it
like,
wasn't called A New Hope.
like the Bond movies, like Thank God they aren't called like James Bond, Die Another Day.
Like, do they do like the James Bond?
The opening credits, yes, but like the movie is just released as No Time to Die, and it has like the little double
Casino Royale.
But the movies are
Quantum of Solace.
They don't have to put like Bond : before it,
because then they'd be on like Bond 73.
They're on Bond 20. They're finding Bond 26.
Bond 27.
Bond 27.
Mission Impossible. Well, actually, that does have the numerals to it, but they stopped the numerals. They stop the numerals at 4?
Mission Impossible.
Stop the numerals at 4.
Mission Impossible. They drop the numerals after 3.
Right.
And then they drop to my favorite titling system, because a colon is in the title. It's Mission : Impossible. And
I'm finding this out for the first time.
In a sentence, you can't use 2 colons like that.
Right.
That is grammatically incorrect.
Right.
So the official way all of the Mission Impossible movies are written out is Mission : Impossible dash Dead Reckoning.
Dead Reckoning.
But then they decide we're going to do Dead Reckoning Part 1 and Part 2, a format they dropped after Dead Reckoning comes out. So it's Mission : Impossible dash Dead Reckoning, comma, Part 1.
Someone on their team is an absolute fucking monster of grammar.
He's a
linguist. They knew what they were doing.
It's Tom Cruise.
We'll pull funding if you don't make this title.
They knew what they were doing.
Correct.
They knew what they were doing. You can't tell me they didn't know.
Rise, G.I. Joe, Rise of Cobra.
Just like, are we all in agreement here? Like, we should bring back the ways where sequels were just the movie 2.
Well, I'm not opposed to like to subtitles, and
I'm not either. But like, it's almost like we don't course correct enough if we go back to the simple subtitles. I think we need to course correct by starting over.
To be fair, the movie does in fact feature a battle of the Smithsonian, so it's not incorrect.
And I feel nothing for it.
I feel nothing for it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Bobbin for Robin, where today we're covering Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. I would like to call it Night at the Museum 2, Battle of the Smithsonian, but that would be factually incorrect. But it is Night at the Museum 2. This is a sequel. Came out in 2009.
The Battle of the 5 Armies.
The Battle of the 5 Armies.
One of the all-time...
Where's the 5th Army?
No, there are 5 armies.
Okay, list them out for me.
It's the men.
The men.
The dwarves. The elves,
the orcs,
the eagles.
Oh, shut the fuck
no,
up.
It's the eagles.
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to. No.
I just like that they had a better title for that movie, and they went with The Battle of the 5 Armies.
They had a better title?
Yeah, it was originally called The Hobbit, There and Back Again.
That's a
very that's like a perfect title. It's in the movie. It's what's written in the book.
Oh my god.
We just go to hyper specific titles.
Oh.
Because the first one's
Lord of the Rings, they go to Mordor.
Yeah, that would be like, instead of Return of the King, it would be like The Lord of the Rings, The Battle of Pelennor Fields. Imagine if the movie had been called that.
Oh my god.
Because like the first Hobbit is The Unexpected Journey.
Great title.
The second one, The Desolation of Smog. And you're like, okay.
I still think it's pretty good.
It's like fine.
It's fine.
Smog
is in the movie.
Battle of the 5 Armies.
What does that fucking mean?
Because originally it was supposed to be 2 movies. There's going to be An Unexpected Journey and There and Back Again. And they're like, we'll make it 3, and we'll change the second and the third title. What it should have been is The Hobbit 2 should have just been called The Hobbit There. The third one should have been called The Hobbit and back again.
No. It's just and back. Third one. Again.
The Hobbit There, The Hobbit, and The Hobbit Back.
It's just like, what the fuck is this?
It's like there was a band, Hot Mulligan, on 3 consecutive albums. They had a song named Legend, then Wait For It, and then Dairy. And honestly, respect on that shit.
Guys, what are we going to do in a year and a half's time when we're confronted with the title The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum? They're hunting for him. Where did he go? Where is he? I feel like I knew where he was.
I don't want to like talk too much about this point.
We do actually have to talk about Battle Smithsonian because there's a lot to say.
But yeah, there's a lot to say. But like in A Hunt for Gollum, like we're really gonna make a movie about a 5-minute stretch in a movie / how many chapters, pages in a book is this about?
Well, here's the thing about the book.
Right. I feel like I know where you're going with
this. It's between 2 chapters.
It's between 2 chapters.
Which is in the book 19 years long. In the movie, it's like 3 months. The movie makes the perhaps wise choice to condense the timeline.
Right, but then now he's sold his soul.
Missing. They got to find him.
The hunt for Gollum. Where did he go? We know where he went. He was in Mordor. He was being tortured by the enemy.
We know where he was.
We knew the answer the whole time. So what's the story here?
They gotta find him.
My heart.
No, it's clearly based on those little appendices.
Oh my God.
Where it's like, what happened between those two chapters? Well, got Aragorn and Gandalf. They found Gollum. He said, "I don't have the ring anymore." They took him to Mirkwood. A bunch of orcs attacked. They fought the orcs. Gollum escaped. And then Gandalf's like, I should go tell Frodo about this.
Welcome to the Lord of the Rings podcast, folks.
Doesn't that sound like the most exhilarating movie ever? So they find him. He says, I don't have it. And then he leaves.
Roll credits.
It's like the most exhilarating movie I've ever seen in my life.
The precious is gone. Because he hunts for Gollum to figure out if the ring...
Gollum doesn't have the ring.
The ring that Frodo has, he needs to confirm that if it is the One Ring. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point that he goes for Gollum in the first place.
And he finds him.
And he finds him and he's like, I guess that ring is the ring.
Yeah.
Which spawns off 3 amazing movies.
Yeah, and then he goes back.
Battle of the Smithsonian.
The Battle of the Smithsonian.
I gave this a half star.
I'm going to disagree with you here. I think a substantial improvement on the first film.
Whoa.
I think it's an improvement until the battle.
By substantial improvement, I mean it goes from a 2.5 star movie to maybe a very loose 3 out of 5.
That took you like 80 hours to spill out that it's a 3-star movie.
Yeah.
You did not want to. I think it's like because I hear what you're saying. This is an improvement on the first
watchable.
one.
I shouldn't say it.
I think the first one is more
entertaining.
watchable than this one, though. But I still think the first one's bad. I just think this one's worse. And okay, let's not get into it because like my huge disagreement, cats are going crazy. My biggest problem with this movie is the single most glaring fucking plot hole that makes this entire movie unwatchable.
I read about your problem. I don't think it makes the
Can I
movie
take a
unwatchable.
guess?
What's the guess, Dave?
Well, how silly. Because I was going to go with there are 2 times they should have been shot down by an F-22.
That is
post 9/11 DC and New York. No, sir.
The Wright brothers plane is flying at the White House.
There are no other guards at the Smithsonian. It was just Jonah Hill, guys. There are no other guards in the Smithsonian.
That's
not like, my glaring plot hole.
He's
That's
got
just
the aura. He can do it.
That's just one of the plot holes. No,
we're gonna have a substantial Brundon digression. We can't get into it yet.
No, my most glaring plot hole was that your guess, Dave? Was that they should have been shot down by F-22s?
I mean, you probably have something else, but like every time they went flying, I'm like, okay, so like at this point, the jets have already been scrambled. Everyone's dead.
They have Javelin missiles on the top of the White House ready to fire at anything. No, my most glaring thing. So, Battle of the Smithsonian. There's no real context here with Robin other than everything we've regurgitated over the past few sessions.
Yeah.
Episodes. His career's in the toilet. He's taking whatever jobs he can that'll pay off the bills, pay out the divorce, alimony, rehab, things like that. He's going through a tough time.
Yeah.
Going through a tough time. He's in a tough time. Think times are tough for Robin. Times are really tough for Robin.
Yeah.
And they're so tough that he can't even get in the sequel of Night at the Museum. They can only use him for 2 quick scenes.
3 quick scenes.
3 quick scenes. Wait, what was the third?
He's in the opening. He's in the end.
He's in the beginning.
Oh, he's
the
at the
bus,
end.
and
And
then he's at the end.
and then there's the bust
statue
in the middle.
Statue, right. I forgot that he was in the end. Okay, so 3 quick scenes of the movie. Can't even get in his own fucking sequel. No.
Do we know if there's a deal with that? Like, was he busy?
Or
is it truly just like, because Rami Malek, I think, is only in like 2 shots of this movie.
They really just, like, most of the legacy characters don't come back in any meaningful way.
But like, why you feel like Teddy Roosevelt, like, they can write whatever they want in this movie.
Sure.
Do you feel like Teddy Roosevelt would just put him in the shipping container?
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't read anything on that. I would be interested in finding out if like somebody had any information, but I don't think Robin was busy. I mean, what would he be busy doing? Like, what's his 2009 look like? I'm just doing a quick little scrub in this 2009. Noel. I just passed Noel.
Remember that.
World's Greatest Dad, Shrink, Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian, Old Dogs. So like he has somewhat of a busy 2009, but not really. He surely would have had enough to do a couple weeks of this movie.
Yeah.
Like he could have showed up for at least 3 weeks and done some
you'd
stuff.
You'd think he would be like
he's like this is 2 days of shooting that Robin's in. Like literally. So I don't know. I don't know why he's not even in half of this movie. It's another part that like ruins the rating of the movie for me. Is like Robin was probably the anchor of the first movie that made it like watchable and followable. He's like kind of like your spiritual guide, your mentor in this crazy wacky museum. But
the world's greatest dad, if you will.
The world's greatest dad. Yeah. Thank you. But no, so the thing that we have to start from the beginning because
he does weirdly make it on the poster.
Of course he does. What were we about to play?
Nothing.
Okay. So we begin at...
Oh, you're just going right into it.
Yes, I am. Is there any issues with that?
We should say this movie is once again directed by notorious war criminal Sean Levy.
Yes.
Once again written by
Lennon and Garrett.
By Lennon and Garrett, proud hacks.
Who actually make a cameo in this film.
They appear as the Wright brothers. I think there is a fine line because I went deep on like why I don't like Sean Levy in the first episode we did on this.
You did.
I think there's a real fine line between like guys who are hacks and guys who know that they are hacks and are okay with it.
Uh-huh.
Like I think Garrett and Lennon, like they do the stuff that they actually want to do.
Yeah.
Using the money that they get from like being hack writers.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that there's just a decent bit of nobility in that.
Sure. Yeah.
It's like
it's like George
what's
Lucas,
his name?
yeah.
The Pete's Dragon remake guy who does like the one for me, one for you type deal.
David Lowery, like he does his great movies and then he does like Pete's Dragon and Peter Pan and Wendy, which are like a cut above the average Disney live action remake.
Mm-hmm.
But he does one for them, one for me.
Okay.
But I thought that Lennon and Garrett is just like, we will write your shitty scripts for kids' movies with no shame.
Mm-hmm.
Because what we do, we make some money.
Yeah.
We're content with it. Whereas Sean Levy's like, I am a great director as he produces Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian.
Worse than the first movie.
Better than the first. Not by his doing. It's not like this movie's more well directed. The thing about this movie is that it's number one, has jokes in it. Like I find it substantially funnier than the first, or at least attempting.
For sure.
It's attempting to be funnier substantially more than the first.
Okay.
And two, it's also just like what I want a Night at the Museum movie to be.
Okay.
Because the first one's just like Night at the Museum. The museum comes to life while the guy is in it.
Uh-huh.
That is your pitch.
Uh-huh.
And the climax of that movie is actually we turned everything in the museum off because the old night guard wants to steal the tablet. Because he's old and wants to live forever. And that's just like such an uninteresting plot line.
Yes.
What I like in this one is the threat is
the exhibit
from the museum.
Right.
It is the Egyptian pharaoh has risen and wants this thing. Yeah. And I find that a substantially more compelling like plotline for a movie entitled Night at the Museum.
Jeff?
Yes.
Believe it or not, I agree with you.
Yeah, I know I believe.
I agree with you. That it is a substantially better idea for a story. Except I did not laugh at probably any of Hank Azaria's jokes.
He's like not locked in entirely, but he's funny. He's
like
fine.
the one. It's like, don't touch that. If you touch that one more time, that's like
he's not doing Igador Spartacus level stuff here,
right? But like anything that was funny in this movie punishes it for being funny. Bill Hader's General Custer actually pretty funny in this movie, except when do we actually get to see him on screen? Like he gets like 2 scenes where he gets to tell 2 moderately funny jokes that lure me in. And then when I'm lured in, we cut away to another fucking Ben Stiller, Amy Adams plotline that I don't care about.
Okay.
So this is where like I agree with like the skeleton that there's all these pieces in the museum that have the potential to be much funnier, except this movie doesn't care about the funny pieces in the movie.
No, I think it does. But also Amy Adams is much more present in this movie than Carla Gugino was in the first.
Okay.
And I think
substantially more present than Zero is.
And I think Amy Adams is actually quite good in this movie. I think she's funny.
I think she's begging for more things to do.
She gets to say lines like, I wrote down, this is one humdinger of a hootenanny. I was like, that was funny. I liked her saying that. You haven't been able to take your cheaters off my chassis.
That was fun.
That's a good one. Look, I'm not trying to say this movie's a masterpiece by any means.
I understand. I agree with everything you're saying that this movie lays the foundation of a better movie that's funnier. But I think then when they build on that foundation, it's like made of a completely different material. Yeah. It's like you see the foundation of this movie and it's like it's got a nice firm concrete brick foundation. You're like, okay, we're actually telling a story in a museum. The threat is in the museum. We got all these different characters. You're at the Smithsonian, so you have the Air and Space Museum, you have the History Museum, you have the biological whatever museum. I've only been to like one or two of the Smithsonian. Has anyone of us been to the Smithsonian?
They're great.
Yeah,
they're pretty cool. Yeah,
if you're from the East Coast, you've been to the Smithsonian all the time.
I went to the Air and Space one, and
which Air and Space one did you go to?
Which one?
Okay, there's the Air and Space Museum in DC.
That's probably the one I went to.
And then there is one like not too far away in Virginia. That's like the bigger one.
And then there's one in the desert.
Yeah. Well,
for Transformers.
Well, Dave, actually, you forget that the one in Virginia is a portal to the one in the New Mexican desert.
Got it. Yeah.
We've cited this on the show. I'm sure we've cited this before.
The helicopter bit?
No, it is just one of the we talked about the helicopter bit.
Okay.
But it is one of the just great moments in a motion picture where John Turturro takes his pants off, is wearing a like skin tight briefs with a Superman logo that says Sector 7 on it, throws his pants at Shia LaBeouf, looks at the Air and Space Museum, which is surrounded by trees in the middle of the National Mall. Behind it is the city of Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
They go inside, they tase a guard in the nuts, and then awaken a Transformer who burst out the back door, opening up to a like miles-long empty desert with mountains in the distance.
Dude, you should remember this. We had a fever dream binge watch of all these movies.
The average mind cannot comprehend the levels that Michael Bay is like computing at.
So this is wonderful. I'm glad we did this. Is there anything else we need to say before we get into the movie?
Well, I also think a major reason I like this movie a little more, and I don't even think this is intentional in a way. I think just like this movie just kind of gets swept up in the tides of history. Like the first movie's kind of just like, I wouldn't call it cynical, but like it's not like an overwhelming like just like, it's not like a movie that's really invested in history necessarily.
Okay. Yeah.
Like there's historical elements, but they're to the point of the movie being funny.
I buy into that point.
This movie feels really swept up in like 2009 Obama optimism in a way that I find very tangible on screen. Because like this comes out about like 6 months into Obama's first term.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's not enough time for them to have written this movie. But like the campaign's happening in 2008. So I'm sure, because like this movie has a much more prominent role for Amelia Earhart. It highlights the Tuskegee Airmen.
That was the one bit I actually found funny in the movie.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln, kind of like there's like a lot more optimism about the American historical experience in this movie that I found kind of endearing because we don't exist in that time anymore.
Right.
But I remember that time. I remember seeing this movie in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like a little heartening for me just to be like, yeah, you know, this movie's like kind of swept up in that optimism of, we can highlight these elements of history and our diversity in our country. And how beautiful the Smithsonian is and how nice DC is.
I don't disagree with any of that. I think that's a really good point.
I think that's like it's sprinkling some sugar on top of this like kind of day old sandwich that I'm eating. Mm-hmm. So it's a little sweeter. I wouldn't say it's a great sandwich, but it's a little sweeter.
It's a little sweeter. It's a little shit sandwich, but
well, it's not shit, but
it's pretty shit.
It's corned beef, but it's like not the good stuff.
It's corned beef that's been in your fridge for 6 weeks. And
are you aware that I did that once by accident?
Likely thing for you to
I
do.
ate extremely old corned beef. And then Becca like smelled it that night. I was like, oh my God, this thing is rancid. And I was like, oh, I had that for lunch today.
Yeah, if your fridge is a goddamn death trap.
And
sometimes.
she like she expressed to me, this was about like 6 years ago this happened. She expressed to me 2 days ago, she's like, I still think about that and shudder. That you did that, didn't notice it was rancid, and also didn't die.
That's great.
Anyway.
So
we can start talking about the beginning of this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's got all the same players that you remember, except for the Dick Van Dyke squad, because they're
in prison.
They're in prison.
They're back in the next one.
They will be back in the
I've
next one.
not seen the next one, but I know they're in it.
I don't remember anything about the next one. This one I remember more a little bit because I had seen this when I was a kid when it came out in theaters, but like I remembered some parts about it. And yeah, that was about it. I didn't get anything new from watching it as an adult. But so we're with Ben Stiller, who is now this amazing inventor.
Yeah. He's an inventor.
He's an inventor. He's an inventor. He made the glow-in-the-dark flashlight. Which,
honestly,
why aren't there more glow-in-the-dark flashlights?
It's actually like for how he's pitching it in the movie.
It's useful.
He actually is so lucky that he sells this company.
Okay.
Because within like months of this, like the iPhone is really going to take over.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's going to have a flashlight in their pocket.
Yeah.
So like he sells the company right before it craters where no one needs it anymore.
True. Yeah. Yeah, because and it said that he has multiple inventions.
Yeah, the third movie is actually about Larry Daly being hauled before Congress because they think he was doing insider trading, selling his company before the iPhone release, so it makes his products invalid.
Because we start off with this like infomercial style bit. Well, I mean, the first bit we started is the museum where everybody's getting boxed up. Everybody's getting put in these crates. Sacagawea is getting put in a crate. All the little miniatures getting put in crates. What's happening?
Monkey gets put in a crate, pinches his fingers twice.
What's happening at the Museum of Natural History, guys? Oh boy, they're creating up the exhibits.
I do want to mention one very silly, stupid thing.
Please.
So he comes and he's like, well, what's happening with this? He's like, oh, we're replacing everything with interactive exhibits and yada yada. And like, look at this, Teddy Roosevelt hologram. But for some reason, we're keeping the Teddy Roosevelt statue. Like, we're getting rid of everything.
That's a baffling thing. Is like they introduced that to set up
why Robin wouldn't be at the Museum of Natural History anymore. Yeah. So why didn't they bring him to the Smithsonian? I don't understand it. Maybe they're like, well, we already have a Teddy Roosevelt bust, so we don't need the Teddy Roosevelt. They're all going in the archives. None of them are going on display. Unless they actually want to put them on display for a special event or whatever. But they're all going in a shipping container in the basement of the Smithsonian. They're not going to the Smithsonian to be put in an exhibit. They're going to the basement. So yeah, I also don't understand. I should have looked this up earlier if there really was a reason Robin couldn't have been in this movie. But as far as I'm aware, surface level, it doesn't seem like there was any real reason he couldn't be in the movie. But digress. Then we cut to the infomercial where Larry, Ben Stiller, he's got voiceover narration. Who's the guy that's wandering through the house?
What?
Who's the guy that's wandering through the house? I'm pretty sure it's Sean Levy. Pretty sure the guy that wandered through the house.
Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure that's Sean Levy. I didn't realize you didn't catch that because I was like, oh, Jeff's going to love this bit.
I actually didn't catch
director
it.
cameo.
I genuinely...
That's how you know he's a real director.
I was not paying attention to that guy, but if it probably would be Sean Levy. Sean Levy's probably on set, that little fucking mace. He's probably there and he's just like, it's very Hitchcockian of me to have a cameo in my movie.
very Hitchcockian. Oh my god.
Probably what he's saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh god. But he's running through a dark house trying to find his flashlight, and then Larry comes out. The glow in the dark flashlight.
Yeah.
So when the power goes out, you can find a flashlight. And then he sits down next to.
Also, of note that this movie is coming out shortly after Ben Stiller has directed Tropic Thunder. He does that in between the two movies.
Nice.
Completely irrelevant to this movie, but
Yeah.
I do want to shout it out.
Very, very, very irrelevant, but still good to note that he just did Tropic Thunder. It had just been released.
Yeah.
Before we're Tropic 08, right?
Yeah.
So okay, it was probably released while they were either shooting or writing this movie.
Yeah.
Crazy. And so who's he sitting? He sits across from some sport guy, basketball guy.
He is sitting with George Foreman.
Boxing.
Yeah.
I thought it was basketball guy.
George Foreman grill.
George Foreman.
The,
All right, yeah.
The
Inventor.
clear genius screenwriting trick of the sequence is to display that, much like George Foreman cashing out on his successes, Larry Daly has also cashed out on his success. Get it? See?
Wow.
It's also just funny.
That's screenwriting, baby.
You can put George Foreman in your movie. Why not?
Why not?
Sean Levy, the king of just like, I'll put this person in the movie.
Why not?
People will laugh.
People will. When Ben Stiller looks at the camera and says, "Why, yes, two-time heavyweight George Foreman." That's a funny bit. It's a funny joke.
This movie, for the most part,
laugh?
like the cameos are actually like they're comedians, and they are in scenes where they are doing bits. The alternative, the ultimate Sean Levyism is, oh, Deadpool is wandering through all the universes trying to find Wolverine. Oh, and one of them is played by Henry Cavill, and he looks at him and then he leaves. It's like very exciting, Sean. That was a thrilling gag.
People want Henry Cavill as the Wolverine.
That's a thrilling gag, Sean.
That's the bit.
That's the bit. It's like
people
but
want
like,
Henry Cavill to
but
be
if
the
you
new
don't
Wolverine.
know that, you're like, why is he in this movie?
Well, the movie's not for those people. Maybe I don't know. Sean Levy attached himself to Deadpool so Ryan Reynolds could direct Deadpool.
Yeah,
like let's be clear about that. Sean Levy does probably not direct any of that movie.
Sean, I'm just like shooting from the hip at Sean Levy.
Please,
right now.
I love it when you shoot it. You shoot your shot at Sean Levy.
But this is where we get our first comedian cameo, because he walks off and then he has like a little Aaron Sorkin-esque walk and talk. This is Sean Levy speaking. Sorkin-esque walk and talk with Ed Helms.
Ed Helms, yeah, who was supposed to be in the first movie, but then they cut his scene.
Oh,
yeah.
This is a little sorry, Ed.
This is a little sorry, Ed. Here you go. Here.
Dave, if I recall, you don't like Ed Helms. I remember this being a conversation we've had in the past.
No, I do not like Ed Helms.
Is there a reason for that? Like any
no,
specific...
I just do. I don't. There's not really much I've seen with him where I'm like, oh yeah, Ed Helms, doing the Lord's work there.
Would you believe I actually have not seen The Hangover? Any of them? So I actually haven't seen.
You talk about them a lot.
Yeah, they're interesting objects. I just haven't watched them.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I feel like I distinctly remember you in college watching one of. No, wait. What three movies did we watch? We back-to-back all Knocked Up, and I swear to God it was Hangover.
We did Paul and Knocked Up, but I can't remember what the third one was. But I have not seen The Hangover. Dave and I had a great day where we watched 2011 Paul. Seth Rogen is an alien, and Knocked Up, where Seth Rogen is just playing a guy who got Catherine Heigl pregnant.
You're not missing much with the sequels. You could just watch the one Hangover movie and then call it there. Ed Helm, who has one quick scene in this movie.
Yes.
Doesn't do much. Does he say a joke? Is there a funny
he says
bit?
a joke, I think.
I don't remember what the joke is.
I don't remember what the joke
is. Oh,
is.
yeah.
He's
like, my daughter's birthday.
Canceled.
Yeah.
That's the joke,
That's the
right?
joke.
Thank you. Okay. Ha, ha, ha.
Ed,
ha,
funny.
ha, ha, ha. See, this is the thing I think we might be slightly on different pages with in our reception of the movie, is you like that they make attempts to tell more jokes.
I genuinely like that they make attempts to tell more jokes.
I don't like that they make piss poor attempts to
No,
tell
I think
jokes.
a decent few of the jokes in this movie got a light chuckle out of me.
Like,
I think I got two.
Like Jonah riffing when he's like, we're going to take an RV trip around the U.S. and I'm going to touch you with this flashlight the entire time. I'm like, okay, that's just stupidly.
The Jonah Hill sequence is a triumph.
It's fun.
It's like in comparison to the rest of this fucking movie, The Jonah Hill sequence is like
it is water in the desert.
It's like the first time you see the sun.
It is water in the desert. It's Brundon. Look at 1984 best baby boy names.
We will talk about. We have to table the Brundon.
Okay. I know where you're going. You did the thing I did, right? And you Googled it right away.
There's a lot of conversation to be had.
There's a lot of conversation
about Brundon.
Okay, so then he goes to the
museum. Okay, and this brings up a complaint you had in the first movie.
Oh,
because Larry Daly has a full day of work at his business.
Yep.
He goes to the museum. Yep. He spends the night at the museum. He wakes up the next day and then has a full day with his son.
Yep.
Does this man sleep?
No, he doesn't.
Never.
He's on Adderall and crack the entire day.
But he goes to the museum and he sees all the things boxed up.
And who's there, Jeff?
He's. I don't care. Did you guys know?
I'm boxing up all the exhibits and I don't care.
Did you know that Ricky Gervais is an atheist? I found this out recently. I'm unboxing all the animals up and I don't care. You're upset and I don't care. It's just like, I actually think he's really funny in this scene. He's so apathetic about.
Yeah.
It's like, we're boxing him up as a way for the future. You can't run it. Changing America one child at a time. Whatever. You abandon us, Mr. Success.
Yeah.
This does raise a question. Is how aware is Ricky Gervais as to the liveliness of the animals or the exhibits at night?
Probably not, because the end is.
But he kind of seems a little knowing.
He's like, ooh, animatronics.
But he kind of seems a little knowing in that scene.
Oh, interesting.
The movie seems to lightly imply that maybe he's aware of it.
Oh. Okay.
It's not important at all.
Right.
But
because they'll all be aware of it at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Which,
speaking of which, the fuck did they do with the Smithsonian? Did the guards just come in the morning and go, what the fuck?
Another question is there seemingly is no new night guard at the Museum of Natural History?
That I had that question. I was like, who's his replacement?
And then seemingly there's no night guards at the Smithsonian.
No, because you're right. You bring up a good point to go back to that point of the movie. Larry comes in, talks to Ricky Gervais, finds out that they're boxing up all the exhibits because they're making room for the new holographic technological things. That's the way of the future, and I don't care.
That's the way of the future.
And then Ricky Gervais leaves. He's like, oh, you might as there's no scene where it's like, you might as well take the keys and lock up at the end of the night if you're going to be here for a while. That's not a scene in the movie. There is no other night guard at the Museum of Natural History to tell Larry, hey, you can't be here after dark. Nope. Larry gets full license to just wander around. There's some expensive ass museums. Yeah. They had a theft a few years ago. You'd think they tighten up on security.
This seems like the only explanation is Gervais is aware that the animals are coming, that the exhibits come to life.
But just
when Larry is there,
say that then. Yeah. Give me an attempt. This is my problem with the whole movie is there's no attempt to put over the veil. It's the thing of well, then there'd be no movie tour. I understand that, but give me a reason, even if it's a dumb fucking reason. Oh, Larry, the night guard called off sick. You wanna fill in? Old time's sake. Wink. I don't care. Anything. Give me something. Give me some reason why he would be the only fucking person at the museum with so many high valuable expenses.
Unaddressed.
Not addressed.
I like how fired up you're getting.
I want to know with this movie. What's the effective range of the tablet?
That's another. Great question.
What is? Because there's other. I don't know if you know this. There's other museums near that museum in New York. So are they just what the fuck is happening here at night?
We established that the entire National Mall is affected by the tablet. But yes or no? Is the entirety of Washington D.C. the Lincoln Monument, the Jefferson Monument.
The movie seems to imply
Oh, thank God we didn't see the Jefferson Monument.
It's just being like, and who's in the White House now?
See, and they fly what?
No, you can't do that.
That's a joke.
You cannot do that in a kids movie.
Come on. No, that's like an adult joke that goes over the kids' heads. Oh my God.
But
that's
and we
a joke.
let them fly
it? like
this is why I gave it a half
and like
star.
all the other president monuments are coming over, like the more recent ones are going over to Jefferson. Like, come on, buddy, you can't say that. You can't say that. You cannot say that. He's like, I do not know what you are talking about.
Oh my God.
But the implication within the movie. The first movie is the tablet works within the hall that it's in, or like the building. But then the things can like stay out until they can leave the range of the tablet until sunset.
Because yes, the whole T-Rex chase happens in Central Park.
Yeah. And they say like, but if they're outside the building, they'll turn to dust
when the sun comes up.
Yeah, that one caveman dies. This movie, the implication, it cannot be the walls of a building, except the movie does take a point to show the subterranean tunnel network connecting all of the buildings, which makes them one cohesive unit.
I'm going to throw a fucking shoe at you.
My point is, Abe Lincoln does not come to life until they bring the tablet into the Lincoln Memorial.
Okay. So it's his range of area of effect.
It's like a gas. It spreads out to all walls.
It's a gas.
It's a gas.
It's a gas.
Like
they've been infected and they will come alive. So that means
fills the container that it's in, through doors, seemingly, and it spreads through all of the subterranean tunnel networks and affects all the Smithsonians.
The tablet, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen, is a biological weapon.
It's basically a biological weapon of magical proportions. This movie does go to the underworld at one point, but we'll get to that.
Yep, we'll get to that. We'll get to the whole thing. Oh, by the way, Egyptian mythology, all that's real. All that's real in this movie, guys.
I wrote down another Gervais quote. What are you, the primate garbage, please? I don't even remember why he says that.
Because of the monkey.
Oh, because he's like, be careful with that. That's a capuchin. They're a rare species.
It's a monkey. What's the difference? Well, it's a capuchin. You're so offended. I'm calling it a monkey, and I don't care.
I don't care. You were all friends with Harvey Weinstein. You know that?
Oh man. So then all the exhibits come to life at the Museum of Natural History.
Yes.
I hate this movie so much.
And Robin Williams is like, they're all getting sent away except for me, the mummy,
Aqua and Rex and the T-Rex. Everybody else is going.
Yes.
It's going to be an empty-ass museum. They're bringing Attila the Hun. Attila the Hun is going to the Smithsonian.
The thing is, they say all the exhibits, but the movie only shows Attila the Hun and his guys, the cavemen.
The
miniatures.
Sacagawea. We don't see Lewis and Clark.
Lewis and Clark are not brought.
Don't see the Civil War guys.
The Civil War guys are not brought.
Nope. Easter Island guy obviously stays.
Easter Island guy stays.
Right, you couldn't box him up. Well, I guess you could.
You could box anything
you
up.
Box anything
you
up.
think he's real or
they had to
dummy?
box it up to get him there.
You get a big enough box, you can put anything in it.
Yeah.
Dumb.
All the lions and all the animals stay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they bring the monkey.
Did he bring the
They
monkey?
bring Dexter because of contracts.
Yeah.
That monkey signed a contract for 3
Dexter
movies.
did in fact sign a 3-picture deal.
You bet your ass his agent's going to get that 10%. And yeah, they're like, yep, they're all being shipped away. And Owen Wilson, Gigantor. So how are you going to bring us out of this job? He's like, I got some pull now, guys. I can get you guys safe. We'll figure this out. And then Robin Williams is like, stop. I don't want to wallow in self-pity. I want to walk these halls one last time.
Yeah.
And then Owen Wilson makes a joke next to...
I'll be here wallow in self-pity, Gigantor.
I'm just going to wallow in self-pity. And then we cut to the end of the night.
Yeah, the truck pulls away. They're all on it. Larry Neely did not succeed.
It's like there seemingly there was either no attempt made to keep the exhibits. What pull does Larry have as a private business owner who might be a financier?
I'll give you
museum?
a free preview example of my next product: the double glow in the dark flashlight.
This one actually glows in the light. It's like, well, that's
glows
useless.
in the light. That's why would I need that? So yeah, there was no attempt made. Probably.
He says he called the board.
Okay. At 3 a.m.
The thing is, at the end of the movie, he does actually just like buy the museum, essentially.
Is that what happens? He sold his company to buy the
museum? He sells his
museum?
company and then gives a donation of massive proportions to the museum with the condition that nothing changes.
Yeah, because Gervais has a moment of looking over at him like, could it be? Nah.
Hey,
I don't care.
Larry, if you want to go to a museum where they're not going to change their exhibits because it's all stolen, go to the British Museum, okay? Just maybe try that. I don't know.
Night at the British Museum and everyone just wants to go the fuck home.
Yeah,
Everybody
like,
just wants
leave?
Can I leave? And it's like, why am I in Britain? I'm an Egyptian artifact. So, yeah, and then he talks to Teddy Roosevelt. Teddy's like, oh, and the tablet's staying here. So this is all their last night.
Can I raise a troubling question?
Mm-hmm.
A very troubling point that I just thought about.
Please.
There are a lot of Smithsonians in DC that we're aware of, assuming they're all coming to life.
Uh-huh.
The movie is wise not to ever consider the Smithsonian Museum of the
Has
Holocaust.
a World War II exhibit.
No, it has a Holocaust museum.
Yeah.
That's right.
Smithsonian. Imagine that one coming to life. The movie is very wise to not bring it up.
This is like when they put the Minions in the ice cave during World War II.
Yeah, they're like Stuart, are you aware of this? The Minion thing?
The Minion thing.
The Minions, like Despicable Me Minions.
So the rule of the Minions is that they will always gravitate towards the current most evil person in the world.
Think about that.
So in the Minions movie, there's a part where like they follow like the dinosaurs and all the stuff happens, and then they're with a bunch of historical leaders like Bonaparte and yada yada and all this stuff, and then they travel to the Arctic and they get locked in an ice cave for God knows how long. But notably, this happens sometime around, say, the 1900s, and they don't come back until the modern age. Which means they skipped the entirety of the 30s and 40s because no one wanted the Minions saying banana while they're pulling the goddamn lever at the gas.
The writers literally realize as they're writing the Minions movie, they're like, oh, we can have them like follow like Napoleon and like these guys are like
benign evil
these
leaders.
Are like they're evil, but like they're so far removed from the current era. They're like, they're just kind of funny now, like Ivan the Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're like, well, by our own logic, they would march themselves right to Berlin and they'd sign up. And so like they get trapped in an ice cave for 100 years.
Wow.
And then they come out and it's Gru.
I would like to read for the audience here a list of the museums on the National Mall. Yeah. These are all the museums that
come to life.
Seemingly would be coming to life.
Yes.
The African American History and
that one
Culture
does not
Museum.
exist at that time. It's a recent discovery or a recent build.
American History Museum, Natural History Museum. There's American Indian Museum.
That's also new.
Interesting that they kept that wording. Interesting. Air and Space Museum, the Hirshhorn Museum. Oh, International Modern and Contemporary Art. So that's one where all the paintings, probably.
Yeah.
Smithsonian.
Which, by the way, cool idea with the paintings. Actually, that was kind of fun.
That
paintings was cool.
I got a lot. I think it's good.
Paintings were cool. Smithsonian Castle. That's like where the main fight happens, I think. Right. The Smithsonian Castle. Arts and Industries Building. Okay. African Art Museum. That might be newer. Asian Art Museum. Asian Art Museum West Building. Smithsonian Gardens. And these are museums near the National Mall. American Art Museum, Portrait Gallery, Renwick Gallery, Postal Museum. Then there's the National Zoo. And then Air and Space Museum. I think that's the one in Virginia you guys were talking about. Okay, yeah. So that's pretty much all the museums that I listed out. Some of them are newer, so they wouldn't be back there. But yeah. So wait, where's like the Holocaust one that you were talking about? Is it part of the Smithsonian or is it just a museum near?
Fairly certain it is.
It could just be that they're not advertising it on the page.
Is the Natural History Museum in New York close enough to the Museum of Sex? I'm asking for research purposes.
Oh, wait, it is not part of the Smithsonian. It is its own thing.
Huh.
Okay. But,
that feels reasonable.
Like, I would be fine. Here's the thing with this. I would be fine if the rules of the tablet were under one metaphorical roof comes to life.
Yeah.
And that would make some kind of sense. You're at one Smithsonian museum. The exhibits of that museum and museums that are connected to it come to life because you're technically under one museum. Sure. That's fine. It just means then that there are lots of questions you need to answer when the Abraham Lincoln statue then comes to life, which you could say, well, isn't that technically a part of the... Well, you're getting to the nitty-gritty of monument versus exhibit versus things like that, like all this stuff. Because then like the tablet, it's like we've established, okay, so it's not just exhibits at a museum, inanimate objects that come to life.
Yeah.
That it's also...
It's everything. Anything that displays so could be alive.
Why is the Washington Monument not hopping up and down?
Well, that's not
Too
meant
phallic.
to be a person.
What?
It's not meant to be a living thing. Anything that's meant to display a living thing comes to life.
But like the paintings?
What about the Easter Island?
The paintings are of people.
The Easter Island head?
The Easter Island head is a face.
I don't know.
It's very sweaty,
I don't
but
know.
it is what the rules imply.
Starting to get a little meathead classic-y here.
Look. Okay, here's the thing. It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
No, it doesn't.
And
I would be okay with that, by the way. I'm not saying it needs to make sense. I'm just saying, like, give me something that I can, like, okay, fine. That's your excuse. I don't fucking believe it. Whatever, fine.
It would be nice to, like, have that.
This movie doesn't give you anything. It just throws shit in your way, and you're like, I guess I'm supposed to accept this as real.
It's half-assed world. Not that, like, Night at the Museum needs to do world building, but, like...
I would be okay
you would
if
like
it was
a little
half-assed.
explanation.
I'd be okay with half-assed world building. We get comfortable with half-assed world building all the time. Yeah. This has no world building. This just puts shit on the screen and expects you to understand and be okay with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, all the things get boxed up. He's hanging out with his son, who is in this movie still.
Yes. Played still by the
becomes the man in the chair.
Comes the man in the chair.
Some like access to all the underground tunnels of the Smithsonian, which I would assume some of that would be very restricted information.
He's still played by Jake Cherry in this movie.
It's a Unix system.
He does. The thing about the map of the Smithsonian that he pulls up is it's like on Smithsonian.com. And I'm like, why do they have the full subterranean map of the Smithsonian? I would rather have a sequence like where the kid submits a Freedom of Information Act request
and waits 8 months to get a response.
60 to 90 business days. And the whole time Jedediah keeps calling, he's like, I got it.
So
I do really like the on the note of Jedediah calling, I do really like the shot of like everyone having been frozen before all hell broke loose with the crate.
No, that is we'll get to, I think that's actually like not like scary in like a literal way. I think it's like a frightening sequence.
Yes.
A perilous sequence.
Which part? Oh, sorry.
Well, Larry...
when Stiller gets to the museum and he gets down there and he finds the shipping container and he sees the Egyptian guards in front of it all frozen with the guy giving the command, and like he looks inside and they're all ready to defend themselves. Like that's actually kind of a cool shot.
Like it seems like the sun came up seconds before the mummies would have gotten in.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, the triumphant scene of this movie occurs because Larry has to figure out how to get into the archives.
Well, we get the call of Jedediah, and he's like,
Jedediah calls him.
Gigantor! Akima's brother, something is angry, and he wants that tablet, and we're under attack. You got to help us.
The monkey stole the tablet, brought it to DC. And
also, did Larry give Jedediah his phone number?
I guess.
How did Jedediah get a phone?
Yeah, Jedediah does just have a phone inside the shipping container.
Jedediah has a phone inside the shipping container.
Yes.
And
I think he just gave it to the museum at large to be like, hey, call me if you need me.
He knows Larry's phone number.
Now, see, if this was made by a real director, what they would have done in the scene is they would have had Jedediah hanging out at the Alexander Graham Bell exhibit.
See, that's funny. That's funny.
Using the fucking, like, rotary ass.
It's him and, I can't remember, what's the ruler's name? Octavius.
Oh, Octavius.
Yeah, like one because they're going with like one of the old one of the older ones. So one's at the mouthpiece, one's at the earpiece, yelling what the other says.
See, this is funny, and a real director would have done this.
Yes.
Still enjoy this movie more than the first, but it's not a triumphant like accomplishment. it's like a baseline level stuff going on here. But Larry gets the Smithsonian. He has to get into the archives. He's told by Mindy Kaling in a one-scene performance, the archives are off limits. Because his thing is like, hey, where are the archives? And she's like, can't go there.
What a crazy amount of cameos in this film, though, for real. Like, Jesus Christ.
But honestly, they're more funny than they're not, and I will take it. for a movie where I'm just like, I will take a laugh at Jonah Hill's expense.
Does Mindy Kaling get a joke?
She just kind of does her thing.
Where she said, I mean, the most she gets is she says that, like, you're not a historical document worthy of, of archiving.
Yeah.
She got paid.
Yeah, she got paid.
She also gets
great
those,
use of Mindy Kaling, Sean Levy.
She gets like the cringy, like, I'm the tour guide, I have to make funnies type jokes.
Yeah.
Like, she gets 2 of them. I can't remember what they are, though.
Yeah, they weren't very memorable humor. I didn't even write them down. I wrote down things I thought were funny in this movie.
How short is your list?
Stuart, when did you watch this?
Yesterday.
Dave and I watched this this morning.
Jeff and I both watched it this morning.
Got up at 6:30 a.m. to watch this movie. It's a good morning.
You guys are crazy. Crazy.
But then we get the best scene of the movie. Because he goes to Kamun Ra's tomb exhibit. And he sees like the door to the underworld. And there's like a missing piece in the middle. It's the shape of the tablet. And Larry's like, oh.
I wonder what goes in there.
Wonder what goes there. Mm-hmm. He's about to touch it. And then you hear from off screen like, hey, don't touch that. Jonah Hill comes in. Mm-hmm. In all his 2009 glory. This one Jonah Hill was good.
This is when Jonah Hill was good.
Ooh,
go on that tangent.
No, he's just like he's like a subpar director now. He seems really annoying now. That's it. That's the tangent. Is he seems really annoying now.
That's a letdown.
But this is back when Jonah Hill was just content to be funny in a movie.
Yeah.
Usually at his own expense. So I'm sure that wears on you after a while. Yeah. I'm sure it can't be, endlessly pleasant to just be brought into these movies and be like, look at this funny fat guy. Because that is where he was kind of operating. Yeah. But he is really funny.
It's like, don't touch that. And he's like, sorry. And he's like, you know how many kids I deal with? He kind of pulls like a Ricky Gervais sort of a thing. It's like, how many kids like come up and try and touch these things? And he puts his flashlight on them.
Yeah.
He's like, don't do that. Oh, don't do that? I'll touch you with this flashlight anytime. And then he makes the RV joke that you mentioned, Dave. It's like, I'll drive her all around. We'll get an RV together. We'll drive her all around the country, and we'll do it while I have my flashlight touching on you. It's like, touch me on the flashlight one more time. Okay, I'm about to do it. You ready? What's your name? It's like, are you going to get Brandon?
Before he says the name.
And he's like, it's Brendan. What? He's like, it's Brendan. And it's like, okay, because it looks like it's spelled Brandon. It's like, it's Brendan. Okay, are you going to argue with me? It's Brendan.
Yeah.
Most popular baby name in 1984.
Most popular male baby name in 1984.
He's the most popular male baby name in 1984. Look it up.
9. Now.
Did you look it up?
I looked it up.
Is it true?
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't be.
When I looked up popular baby names in 1984, I have to look this up again. I didn't have it on me. But popular baby names, 1984.
It's exciting.
All right, so we have 1984 popular baby names. Number 1, Michael, Christopher, Matthew, Joshua, David, Daniel, James, John, Robert, Joseph, Jason, Ryan, Justin, Andrew, and finally Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
And number 15. Did you like how I timed that out?
I did like how you timed that out.
Okay. Brandon is the 15th. 15th most popular baby name in 1984.
The thing about this scene, the reason why I like it so much, besides the fact that it's just funny, is like it's clearly just improv. The two of them are just like riffing.
Of course.
And it provides so much energy that the movie doesn't have otherwise because it's like stale direction.
I agree.
That like
I agree.
When you watch like an improv scene like this where just like Jonah Hill's clearly just like riffing out like most popular baby name, 1984.
Look it up.
Look it up. Like
you think if somebody would have cut and they're about to do another take, that's the kind of joke that would get Video Village laughing, right? Right, like that's like, oh my god, that's so funny. Can we look that up? Is that actually correct?
It's also just like clearly like Brundon is just making that statistic up. He's just like trying to accommodate for his name.
I guess that's fair. It's like he would be lying about it in character.
I like
it would just be extra funny if they did another take. It's like it's like one of the top 15 most top 10 baby name in 1984, and then like an hour later into the movie, there's like another pull up joke. It's like, this bullshit. It's actually number 15. What are we talking about? Like,
I think all you need is just Jonah Hill saying a line like that. I also like him saying, "Did you just make a decision to end your life earlier than you were expecting?"
That was such a fucking funny line.
Like, Dave, I think when you and I were watching this morning, I just think it's so. It's like, did you just make a decision to end your life earlier than you were expecting? And it's just like Jonah Hill in a security outfit with a flashlight saying this. It's funny. I chuckled a couple of times. But Larry does display his flashlight skills.
Yeah, he's a kung fu martial artist with his flashlight. Yeah. Did you guys know that?
Yeah, apparently, because he manages to subdue Brundon, get the flashlight.
I've seen things that you could not possibly.
You've seen things. That's pretty cool. I'll be honest with you, that's pretty cool. Yeah. But this shot also raises a question. This is the Kamun Ra exhibit. It's like an Egyptian tomb.
It's in the Smithsonian Castle.
For some reason, did you see what other exhibit is in this room? Al Capone. The Al Capone exhibit is in the Egyptian wing.
Because let me.
This movie does a lot better than the first at making sense with his exhibitions. Mostly because they actually film a lot of this in the Smithsonian.
In the Smithsonian, right?
But I must confess, I'm a little lost for words why the Al Capone exhibit is in the Egyptian wing.
The only thing I can think of, is a lot of museums do their special wing exhibits.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you'll go to I don't know why this popped into my brain, but we were working on a TV show that was shooting in the Field Museum.
Yeah.
And there was a Spider-Man exhibit coming up that they had in a very particular wing of it. And they had a bunch of posters and stuff. Maybe this is the villains exhibition, the villains of history.
No, I mean,
yeah,
sure,
I'm trying here. I'm trying. And this movie doesn't try.
It is just
my problem.
A very, it's just a little surreal seeing John Bernthal's face in the Egyptian exhibit. And he's like, tell you something.
Can you imagine? All it needs is one more shot, and it's behind Larry walking into the Smithsonian Castle. Above it, the banner that says "Villains of History" exhibit. Yeah. That's all you need. Yeah. That's all you need. And then you got Kamun Ra, and you got Al Capone, you got Ivan the Terrible. Yeah. That's all you need.
Because the Al Capone was the only one in Ivan the Terrible and Napoleon come from elsewhere.
It's one shot. It's one shot that you would have needed to get in this movie, and a banner from the art department. But how hard would it possibly fucking be? And it sets up for the rest of your movie the villains that you're gonna tease on for the rest of the movie.
Yeah,
imagine because the whole first shot of the first movie where we get that slow pan of all the exhibits of Attila the Hun and all that stuff. You get that, but in the Smithsonian Castle with the villains exhibit. Mm-hmm. Just something.
Yeah.
Just something.
Well, that would once again bring into how do you address the 1945 shaped elephant in the room?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
A real question this movie has to dance around is that it never addresses World War II.
No.
Because I don't think it can. But he does make it into the archives. He passes by a bunch of random exhibits that, who knows if they're going to become relevant later.
There's an octopus.
There's Bailey Earhart, the Custer, General Custer.
The little Einsteins.
They're going on a trip in their favorite rocket ship.
Thank you. I got that.
Thank you. And then he finds the shipping container that all of his friends are in, and Kamun Ra and all the Egyptians are about to break in, and inside like Sacagawea and all the Huns have their bow and arrow range. They're like frantically pulling back at the door to prevent the Egyptians from getting in.
He grabs the tablet.
I find it a pretty like effective little sequence. It's kind of scary, and it's in its way. He gets the tablet, and then of course all the Egyptians come to life
because he gets the tablet, and then we cut to the sun going down.
The sun goes down.
He wasn't right on time.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is your problem. I know this is where you're about to pop off.
This is my fucking problem. Dave, in the first movie, when Larry brings his son to come to the museum to see all the exhibits, what happens?
Nothing comes alive because the tablet has been removed from its stone.
Well, not even just that. The tablet being removed from its stone isn't the problem. What does he do?
Right,
what does he do that brings them to life?
The sequence, the whatever the code on the
he just rotates one of the squares,
the middle one,
90 degrees. Now, we've established this. This is in the universe. This is in the first movie, where if you rotate the middle panel 90 degrees, the magic won't work. And all the exhibits will now just be regular statues. So my problem is when Larry grabs the tablet and all of the exhibits come to life and he's surrounded by the Egyptian soldiers and Akhmun-Ra, all he would have needed to have done is just rotate the middle square 90 degrees. And then they all would have gone back to being frozen.
You think it's like the thing where once you're touched by it, it's not till sundown again?
And that would be fine. That would be fine. If the movie fucking said it. All you need is on page 28, where this scene takes place. Larry, scared by Akhmun-Ra in his Egyptian shoulders, fiddles with the tablet and says, and then there's a dialogue bit. Well, Akhmun-Ra would have loved to have a much bigger conversation, but unfortunately, sundown's coming early for you. And then he thinks he's doing something cool. He flips the middle tablet, and they're all, and then for a moment he thinks it worked because they're all standing still. But what he doesn't realize is they're standing still because they're waiting for something to happen. But nothing happens. They stay alive, and then they all start laughing. Ha 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 ha. And then Akhmun-Ra, who knows the lore of the tablet, it's his tablet, says, I'm going to try to do the Hank Azaria. Oh, Dilly David.
his big take is, what if he has a lisp? That's his big take.
Don't you know that once the tablet's magic activates, it doesn't deactivate until sundown? Did you think you could just move the square and make me frozen? Oh, Dilly David, I'll be taking the tablet back now. That's all you need! That's all you need!
He's so angry. It's great. I like this.
That's all you need in the fucking movie. Because otherwise, and this is why I give it a half star, because I agree with everything you guys are saying about the jokes in this movie. It's a little more optimistic in American history. I agree with every single thing you're saying. But I cannot watch this movie when I see a character for 90% of the runtime holding the item of his salvation. He has the device of which, to my knowledge, has not been told otherwise, does one simple gesture and the entire movie's fixed.
Yeah.
Everybody goes to stone. I'm going to lock these guys up in a crate. I'm going to get my friends out. Hey, I locked Amun-Ra and his men in a box. You're all free now. We're going to go back to New York. Movie's over at roll credits. Directed by Sean Levy. If you don't tell me why we can't do that, I cannot take the rest of this movie seriously.
I feel you.
I am watching the rest of this movie and I am so because
the rest of the movie does get into lore how to operate the tablet.
Yes, because now we know that the little swivel things are actually buttons.
Yeah.
There's a code. It's pi because it's the middle of the pyramid or whatever. There's lore of the tablet. And who better off to tell us about this lore than the fucking Egyptian pharaoh who made the tablet in the first place?
This scene also raises a question. Another one.
That's why I gave it half star.
So Dave.
Okay.
Yeah.
As the first movie, Akhmun-Ra, Rami Malek, is a real mummy. Right?
Yes.
In this one, we do see some like sarcophagi that are opened in the exhibit room, implying that Kamun-Ra, Hank Azaria, is also a mummy. Why is he a wax sculpture when the sun is up? Should he not be a decomposing corpse?
Fair point.
Shambling through the room.
Fair point. Yeah, he should be. See, like and what I just pointed out, it's not the only biggest plot hole.
Yeah.
It's the biggest.
It is a true hack screenplay.
But like, this is also not one of those plot holes where it's like, oh, but then there's no movie. No, because
it could be solved very easily.
It could be solved so easily. So easily. That I just wrote you the solution.
You did, right now.
2 lines of dialogue. Larry, you think you could deactivate the tablet by mid? It's like, oh, the battery's activated, so I'm going to be alive for the next 8 hours while the sun's down. No matter what you do with the tablet. Boom. For the rest of the movie, I'm checked out.
Yeah.
The rest of the movie, I can't take anything seriously anymore. I'm like, why doesn't he flip the tablet? Why doesn't he flip the tablet? Why doesn't he flip the tablet? The entire rest of the movie.
At least try it.
At least try it. Something. It's in your first movie.
Yeah.
It's in your first movie.
I don't think anyone watched the first movie again.
Clearly, Sean Levy didn't watch the movie after it came out.
Yeah.
Was he there when they directed that scene?
He might not have been.
Okay, enough.
All the Egyptians come to life.
All the Egyptians come to life.
He gets pursued. Larry runs off with the tablet for reasons. Meanwhile, Kamun-Ra recruits his flotilla of villains, his menagerie of foes. And it's Napoleon, Ivan the Terrible, and Al Capone. Great lineup. Ivan the Terrible played by Christopher Guest. Who like one of the great comic actors of all time, kind of just in this movie going, I am Ivan the Terrible, I will kill you.
Actually, he's Ivan the Awesome, don't you forget.
Oh yes, Ivan the Awesome, did you know that? And it's like,
it doesn't have like a good ring to it though.
Like Christopher Guest he's funny in the role because like he's a funny guy, but like you expect him to do you would hope the movie would give him a little more to do.
I thought Napoleon had a few more like
Napoleon actually gets the most.
He gets the most.
He's just played by a French actor.
I'll say you. When he does his fucking French aneurysm moments, it's like really funny. He's like, wait, why'd you say short?
Yeah.
Why'd you say short? I did.
Because I am Napoleon. And then John Bernthal is basically just like,
yeah, whatever.
I'm Al Capone.
I'm Al Capone.
I'm gonna shoot you with the Tommy gun.
Whatever.
Yeah,
sure. It's good to see
I
it.
hit you
It's
with
good
the Al Capone blast.
It's good to see a young
Johnny B.
Young John Bernthal in this role. Is Walking Dead out by this point? I don't think so. I don't think.
I think it starts the next year.
I was gonna say. I think it is like 2010, 2011 when Walking Dead starts.
Is that the John Bernthal line where he's just like, "Let me tell you something"? No, that's Gotti.
Let me fucking tell you something.
In 2018's Gotti.
2010. So John Bernthal will be in Walking Dead the year after this.
I'm looking up. What's the John Bernthal line where he says something?
In what movie?
It's like his thing.
Oh, in Walking Dead, it is like, "Let me tell you something," because he says that a lot.
Let me ask you something.
Let me ask you something, Rick.
Let me ask you something.
Let me ask you something, Rick. I'm trying to keep these people alive, Rick.
Apparently, he says it in a lot of other things as well. He says it as Frank Castle in The Punisher.
Oh, speaking of saying a lot of things and a lot of things, Owen Wilson says the line.
Wow.
No. He says crazier than a road lizard.
Crazier than a road lizard. Wow.
That's like one of like what? How many films does he say it in? Probably like 10.
Wow.
Owen Wilson, another
crazier than a road lizard.
What's our general Owen Wilson vibe at this table?
Love him.
I
don't care.
I'm typically a pro Owen Wilson.
Dave, you used to be an Owen Wilson hater. Do you remember this? In high school, you were an Owen Wilson hater. Let's
stupid as a kid.
Let's go into this. I remember one of the first things I ever knew about you is you disliked Owen Wilson. So this is a shocking discovery for me.
Look, man, I've grown up since then. All right, the man just the man is just there to have fun, and I can't blame him.
Jeff, what's your Owen Wilson vibe?
I like Owen Wilson's great.
So we agree.
He's Lightning McQueen.
Owen Wilson, great.
I found a minute and 53-second compilation of the times Owen Wilson has said crazier than a road lizard.
So you didn't know about this, did you?
I didn't know about this. It says in the internship, Shanghai Nights, Wedding Crashers, Marley and Me, Night at the Museum. Crazier than
See, the thing is, Crazy Than a Road Lizard works for this role really well. So I'm trying to imagine him saying it in Marley and Me. Like, at what point, what context does he say crazier than a road?
He says it to the dog right before it runs on the street and gets hit by a truck. Is that what happens to the dog in that movie? Doesn't the dog die?
It dies, but it doesn't get hit by a truck.
I've never seen Marley and Me.
You should watch Marley and Me.
Why would I watch Marley and Me?
Why would you not watch Marley and Me?
What is the benefit to me watching Marley and Me in 2026?
When's the Owen Wilson run?
We would call it like Owen.
Actually,
question, is
have you had the double dip thus far?
We have.
We've had a double dip.
We've double dipped
movie?
on
Old Dogs.
Old Dog. We're gonna. We are going to be double dipping
to.
on. We've double dipped on The Poison Rose.
I'm surprised there was no double dipping on the Winona season, was there?
There wasn't. There might be.
There might be, but as of right now,
might be very soon.
Wait, really? What's the thing?
I can't tell you.
Oh, is it for a thing after?
Yeah, for a thing after. So that's why I said might.
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be.
Okay, I got
might be.
I thought you were referring to a John Travolta, Brendan Fraser thing coming up.
They should do something together. But so he's in.
My point being with the Owen Wilson thing is like I thought he was actually kind of funny in the first movie. Yeah. Like the whole miniatures bit in the first movie, pretty good.
Yeah, the two of them don't get much to do in this one.
Like Owen Wilson gets put in a fucking glass jar in this movie.
Yes.
And that's where he lives the whole movie. Mm-hmm. So just another fucking shoot yourself in the shin bone.
Well, also like
movie.
Owen Wilson's kind of like in a recovery himself at this time. Because like not to get like too much into his personal life, but he's supposed to play the Matthew McConaughey role in Tropic Thunder. But he attempts to take his own life and fails.
I didn't know that.
And goes into like therapy and rehab basically.
I had no idea about that. Wow.
And that's why Matthew McConaughey plays that role in Tropic Thunder. And then this is right after that, and Ben Stiller and him are friends. So he's like, wow. I'm sure I don't.
Does he talk about it like publicly?
I don't know if he's really talked about it too publicly. I'm sure he has at some point, but
man, I really had no idea about that. That's really shocking.
He had a lot of troubles in the 2000s, just like mental health issues.
Man.
But I'm sure this is like a steady movie, a set to be on. Yeah. Easy, short days probably.
Yeah.
But Larry Dale has the tablet. He gets saved from the Egyptians by General Custer.
Bill Hader.
He's
pretty good, actually.
Who's great in this movie for his like 3 lines that they let him do.
Yep. Exactly.
So General Custer, I looked up how old he was. Because I'm like, Bill Hader playing him. He
2009, Bill Hader was
at the day of his death at Little Bighorn, he was 36 years old. It's like Bill Hader's kind of appropriate.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you a picture of what this motherfucker looked like on the day of the Battle of Little Bighorn. Mind you, he is 36 years old. Dave, I'm going to hold this picture up. I would like you to remind you, he is 36 years old in this photo.
Good golly God, what war does to a motherfucker.
General Custer looks minimum 56.
He looks fucking 36 going on 60.
But like, this is the thing that like, when something good happens in a movie that it doesn't take use of, it's a negative for me.
Yeah.
Because Bill Hader is great as Custer.
Yeah.
He has some great lines. My hair is currency in some European countries. That's amazing. That's so funny. I like it. Why do you only give him 3 lines of dialogue in this entire goddamn movie? And then one singular, like, inspirational bit of dialogue between him and Larry? But, like, the fact that they, like, sort of, like they hold back Bill Hader or cut a lot of his stuff is a negative reflection on the movie for me.
Yeah.
Because I agree that he's good. And it makes me hate the movie more because they don't use him.
They don't use him.
Yeah.
But I like Custer. He's like riding a little motorcycle.
We are not going to attack. It's great. It's great.
I brought that up in the first episode that I like how they write around the rest of the characters not being in the movie by just Custer basically monologuing for hours.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm trying to solve his unsolvable knot. But Custer gets captured while Larry Dale escapes. He is then saved again by Amelia Earhart, played by Amy Adams, one of our great actresses.
Yes.
Who is in like a kind of family movie run at this time.
Mm-hmm.
She's just been in Enchanted.
Okay.
She's in this.
Yeah.
She's about to be in The Muppets.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like Amy Adams was a like real respected actress already.
Mm-hmm.
And then she kind of does this like quick little family movie run. She plays the literal Disney princess. It was Amelia Earhart. The Muppets. I just like.
Looks like you found your moxie.
I have a certain degree of like nostalgia for this era of Amy Adams, where she's popping up in these things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Eventually, she'll play. Is she Mama in Hillbilly? No, Glenn Close is Mama in Hillbillyology, the J.D. Vance movie.
Oh yeah.
Look at a picture of Glenn Close as Mama.
Good. I've never seen that movie, nor do
I sold J.D. Vance for a Percocet. And now he's the vice president. Do you know that? No, okay. I don't know. But Amy Adams saves him. Says this is one humdinger of a hootenanny. And the escape.
She wants the adventure.
I think she's really charming in this movie.
Yes,
and she actually gets stuff to do.
There is nothing bad about what Amy Adams does in this movie. Let me make that very clear. I think everything she does in this movie is either to no detriment whatsoever or slightly funny.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, it would have been nice to have something a little bit more than, well, this seems fun and exciting. Count me in. That literally, there's no other reason that she's along with Larry. And then right away they like shoehorn this romance thing. What was the line? You haven't taken your chitters off of my
your cheaters off of my
you haven't taken your cheaters
chassis.
off my chassis.
Cheaters off my chassis. Like in 5 minutes after they meet each other, they're already playing into the romance bit.
Yeah.
After no sense of,
which then comes back in the form of, oh, this woman looks like it, which by the way, creepy as hell.
very creepy.
Creepy as hell, see.
Very, very creepy. Because he's not a time traveler. He's not a time traveler who knew her
He's like, hey, you
great
kind of look
grandmother.
like someone I know. Anyways, I would like to fuck you now.
But like, yeah, there is no real reason given to us why she decides to join Larry, other than it's Amelia Earhart. She has a thrill for adventure. Okay, cool. I guess I just have to deal with that and be comfortable with it. So,
Thrill of adventure.
the thrill of adventure.
But the escape into the portrait gallery, which is, I think, the most inventive scene in the movie, right?
Yeah, the black and white bit, right?
They go into the Victory at VJ Day photo
Yeah,
of the sailor kissing the gal in Times Square,
yeah.
which is a great photo. Mm-hmm. And the escape into it, and the skin goes black and white, and they're running around. There's like,
oh, this is where we get the other cameo,
And
right?
music playing.
And they meet Joey Motorola.
Jay Baruchel playing Joey Motorola.
Yep.
He does not sound like Jay Baruchel. I was shocked. I didn't realize he could do a voice. When I think of Jay Baruchel, I just think of him kind of like talking like that. No, it's not.
I come from the island.
I come from the island of Burke.
And this is how to train your dragon.
How you train your dragon. But I was shocked that he
Was
did a
he in
voice.
that Blackberry movie? He was in that Blackberry
oh my
movie.
God, he's so good in Blackberry. Have you seen Blackberry?
No, I've not seen Blackberry.
Stuart.
I'm not.
Dave, you haven't seen. You guys would love Blackberry. Sidebar. We're Blackberry sidebar. Blackberry is made by Matt Johnson, who's one of the Nirvana, the band, The Show guys, which is also a great movie that came out this year.
Okay.
Blackberry is like, what if The Social Network or Steve Jobs was a movie about the device that failed? And so it does the same approach as like that, where in Steve Jobs, where it's like, we're going to like set the movie at 3 major product launches. The movie is set over 3 separate BlackBerry phones, and it's about how the company did not succeed.
Oh, that sounds actually pretty good.
I would call it like arcade core movie. Like like the movie feels like you're in an arcade during it.
That sounds
and it's hard for me to say it, but that it makes sense. It's really good.
I'm gonna add it to my watch list.
Glenn Howerton from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia plays like the business guy they bring in. It's a real movie star performance.
I am adding it to my watch
Also
list.
just a great Canada movie.
Which is funny that Jay Baruchel plays a Motorola guy in this movie, and then would go on and play the BlackBerry guy in the BlackBerry movie.
But anyway,
they cast as a cell phone guy.
They trap the Egyptians in the VJ Day painting
by turning the painting around.
Yeah, by turning the paint around. Smart. But then what might actually be my favorite joke in the movie happens.
Sorry.
The octopus.
The two of them pop out. I can't remember what tries to attack them in the portrait hall.
The Russian soldiers?
Maybe it's the Russians or
the French guys.
Or the French. But in the Nighthawks is displayed in the background.
The pitchfork thing?
No, not the pitchfork thing. Because they do pull the pitchfork out of American
Gothic.
I
know what you're talking about. When he busts the bottle on the bar. It is
just such a background joke that I found so funny. Is like they're surrounded by the French soldiers.
Yeah.
And then in Nighthawks, the barkeep smashes a glass bottle and he's got a fucking knife and he's ready to go. And that's never picked up on. We're never continuing it. It is just such a funny gag. Just like the barkeep in Nighthawks ready to fucking go.
Yeah.
He's ready to just take down some fools.
I agree. It's pretty funny.
It's like it's a good gag.
Yeah.
And then he takes the pitchfork out of American Gothic, which is also a good gag. He gives them the tablet. The tablet's in the painting. He fights out the French and then gets the tablet back and escapes through the rest of the museum. Looking at what else has happened.
The Cupids.
The Cupids are the
Jonas
next.
Brother
The next
Cupids.
bit is the Cupids.
If you wanted any other reason to know this movie was shot around 2008, 2009, look no further
Than the Jonas Brothers.
Than the Jonas
playing
Brothers.
the Cupids. I did not realize it was them originally.
Yeah.
Well, what's the first song? The first they're saying, "More than a woman,
more than a woman to me."
As the Jonas Brothers, as the Cupids. When they do the Titanic song, that song is just so undeniable. I'm just like,
you just start weeping.
I'm like, this is a good scene. like you play the
The problem
I'm
is,
damn, this movie's good now.
It's immediately followed up by Napoleon and the French goons capturing them.
Yes, they capture them.
And then he's like, "Oh, is this your girlfriend? Oh no, we're just friends." They met each other 5 minutes ago.
I like Kamun Ra because he kind of like has a progressively growing throne room as the movie goes on.
Yes.
And I really like the commitment to the Smithsonian that they have his throne be Archie Bunker's chair.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I don't know who this Archie Bunker is, but he's got one comfortable chair. I just think that's a really funny gag that he's sitting and he's like looking at the ruby slipper and tossing it aside.
Mm-hmm.
Archie Bunker's chair, a weirdly like important artifact in the Smithsonian.
Yeah. It would be. Probably. Maybe.
No, it was like a big TV show, but it's just funny that Archie Bunker's chair is like, it's just like they thought to use it in this movie.
It's kind of like how like the Warner Brothers Studios still has the central Perk Cafe for friends still up there for tours. And it's like, why do they still have this set?
Sit on the couch.
Yeah.
So you can sit on the couch and take a picture.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're the friends.
We're the friends.
I'm going to bring my enemy there and sit on the couch with them and be like, what do you say
Crazy
now?
that we worked on the polar opposite of that movie.
We did.
Which we can't talk about still.
But then he makes a deal with Kamun Ra because Kamun Ra is going to kill Jedediah, who's in the little hourglass.
Well, I just wanted to point out the Napoleon bit. So are you two like friends you were in college, but where you had feelings for each other, but you didn't want to ruin the friendship by telling you that you like each other? I'm sorry, say that one more time. Were you guys like friends in, like how you were friends in college where you didn't want to ruin the relationship by telling you each other how much you like each other? No. Okay, just making sure. But French, we're in the romantics. Honk shoe, me. Anyways, honk shoe, me. Okay, yeah, they get taken back. That's funny.
It's funny when he just yells it.
That's funny.
Look, I have a great appreciation that no matter how much cultures change and how much things change, making fun of the French always hits. It is always acceptable.
Always acceptable.
There's like a national proclamation that
we must always
make fun of the French.
Yes,
because they're unfortunately a little funny.
He brings him into his throne room, and now we get another scene with Kamun Kamun Ra and Larry, and he's like, okay, give me the tablet. Don't touch that. Well, I'll touch that. No, if you touch that, you do not reach across this line. I will kill you.
It's not very funny.
But a lot of people quote it now.
They do.
For some reason.
But it's not the most funny line in the movie.
I think it's like, it's with cats. No. It's a very cat behavior.
Cats.
You remember all the advertising for this film on television back in the day, just having that fucking boom, boom, firepower.
Oh my God, you just awakened something in me. Because Hank Azaria plays 3 roles in this movie.
Yes.
Besides Kamen Ra.
Lincoln, Thinker, and Kamen Ra.
Yes. We'll get to the Thinker shortly, but basically he makes a deal that if Larry Daly can figure out the code to open the tablet,
because he tries to put the tablet on the tomb, he punches in the numbers, is like, mommy and daddy changed the combination on me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Which is funny. But basically, like, if you can figure out the combination, I'll free your friend. And so Larry now has to figure out how to open the tablet.
You're a little tired there, Joe.
A little tired. It's a lot of business at this point. It's somehow still less business in the first movie.
Yeah, I agree. But it's
This is, and so the first person they go to is
the Thinker.
They go to the Thinker.
Thinker offers no help.
The genius choice that they're like, the Thinker kind of looks like Rocky. They're like, well, he'll just be a himbo. And so it's Hank Azaria doing a Stallone impression. They should have just gotten Stallone. I don't know why they didn't. It's not like he wasn't available.
He probably didn't want to play a parody of Rocky.
He's doing Rambo 4 at this time. He doesn't really have...
Yeah, but
he's
like,
in the Expendables
this year. You know that there are those actors who are like, I will not come and play this part that makes fun of my most incredible
He did
role.
Grudge Match. Like, he's...
yeah, that's fair. He did do Grudge Match.
It's him and De Niro in a boxing...
But he probably wanted to do Grudge Match as Rocky, but he didn't have the rights to it.
He's like, yeah, so you know what? I'm going to fight with you.
That was his dream movie where what's Robert De Niro's role as a boxer? Raging Bull?
It's Raging Bull versus Rocky was the selling point of Grudge Match.
Right. But none of them owned the rights to either franchise. So they couldn't name them those names.
I would have been so joyous if you, all right, so I'm the Thinker. The thing is I think a lot and then... Oh, boom, boom, firepower. When you just said that awakened the trailer.
When I heard it in the movie, I was activated like a fucking sleeper agent and sent back to elementary school.
It's like when they say those codes to the Winter Soldier and he just snaps to attention.
It is like the trailer catchphrase. Boom, boom, firepower.
Firepower. I wrote theme from Titanic always hits. Yeah. He can't think that well because he's too busy lusting. He commits one of the 7 mortal sins.
Yes.
He lusts.
So then they go to Amelia Earhart has one other idea of who they can go to for help. So they go to the Museum of the Air and Space Museum.
First they talk to Teddy Roosevelt.
Right.
We have to talk about this because it's Robin's other scene in this movie. They go to a Teddy Roosevelt.
The fact they don't even remember it.
It was a different Teddy Roosevelt, different consciousness. It's Teddy and it's actually Robin in paint. Like he's in makeup. It's not like he's, CGI metal coat.
Right.
He's in metal makeup and you can tell that he's like kind of green screened out of he's wearing a green suit outside the bus lines. Mm-hmm. And I actually think he's funnier as this Teddy Roosevelt than he is as the other one.
Yeah, I agree. It's a very different Teddy.
It's a very different Teddy, and it actually just lets Robin be funny in the scene.
Yeah. Because they show up and they're like, "Can you scratch this nose, please?
Can you scratch this nose, please?"
Yes. And then he's like, "Oh, we have another Teddy Roosevelt at the museum in New York. Oh,
does this Teddy?
What's he like?
A full body?
He's he's about same as you, except what? What? He's got a body, limbs. Oh God, yeah, he's got body, limbs. He even has a horse. A horse.
Robin's funny when you let him be funny.
When you let him be funny.
He's ranted about, and the horse can lick the tablet.
But they show him the tablet too.
It is just weird that that Robin is so underused in this movie. This is like his only real scene.
Right. I wish we knew more as to why, but fortunately, I really just think they're like, they want to bring Teddy Roosevelt to the Museum of Natural History.
Yeah.
Or the Smithsonian. Okay, fine. Yeah, whatever. But so am I missing a historical fact that Teddy Roosevelt knows Egyptian?
I mean, he was well traveled, well learned.
Yeah. Did he know hieroglyphics?
I'm looking it up.
Well, let's look this up. Did Teddy Roosevelt? Is it plausible that he knew hieroglyphics? I just need to know if it's plausible.
Teddy Roosevelt visited Egypt twice.
Okay, thank you.
He toured
Twice, damn.
Twice.
Yeah, he was in the early 1900s. He visited Egypt twice. So
let me be clear. It wasn't a part of the movie. I like stopped myself and thought, I don't buy that bullshit. No fucking way he knows.
He was reasonably knowledgeable in Egyptian culture.
Like I bought it, but it was just like thought that I had in the scene of like, is he the guy you want to go to read hieroglyphics? But okay, maybe so.
I mean, I'm sure in real life he couldn't do that, but like they discovered that he knew enough about Egyptian to like plausibly within the movie.
He gets one more bit. He's like a man with a fish and a bird and an egg.
Yes.
Okay, so what's that mean? That means a man went fishing and the bird took the fish and then the bird laid an egg.
No, it said the bird and there was also an egg.
And there was also an egg.
And then
or it could mean the combination as the heart of the pyramid.
Yeah, the heart of the pyramid, which they go to. He says, you need to be an Einstein to figure that out. And then he remembers, and they go to the Air and Space Museum.
Where, guess what?
Where there's a little Einstein.
There's a bunch of little Einsteins. And this is another sleeper agent bit for me where Einstein is like, and that's the way, I like it.
Yes.
That was also another trailer moment.
You know, a trailer moment from any movie like sticks in my head the most is like the 2007 Transformers. I remember the TV spots on like Nickelodeon for that movie would always use the Megan Fox leaning out of the side of Bumblebee going, oh my God. And I just remember that being like in every TV spot for that movie.
That's a very weird pull.
It's a very weird pull. I don't know why that's the thing that just always sticks with me. But before they go to the Air and Space Museum, that's when we cut to Christopher Guest saying, we have some people who want to join.
Yes.
One of the great jokes.
One of the great.
Oscar the Grouch and Darth Vader are here to join the party. It's Carol Spinney actually playing Oscar the Grouch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, I want to join the bad guys. I'm bad.
I think it seems like you're just a bit more grouchy, really.
It's just a bit more grouchy.
Aww.
And Darth Vader tries to do the choke. He's like, what is this?
What is this? What are you
Are we
trying to
going
do?
to the opera? I don't think so.
And it's breathing. I can't hear myself think.
There's a lot going on here. You're asthmatic.
You're asthmatic. You're a robot. And what's with the K-pop? We're going to the opera? I don't think so.
It actually is a funny delivery. I like the way he says that. I don't think so.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
This was a interesting period of culture where like things were less compartmentalized. Like you could just have this like funny 20th Century Fox movie, and you could just have like Oscar the Grouch pop up in it. Lucasfilm would let you use Darth Vader in the movie.
I did read something that like Sean Levy was saying they were very strict on how we could use Darth Vader.
Yeah. I'm sure they were strict about, but like you could use him in a movie. They were a little less precious about this stuff.
Yeah.
And then like everything became extremely precious for like 10 years. And it feels like
it's
now
the currency.
It does feel like we're starting to lean away from the preciousness a little bit again.
Interesting. Okay. How so?
Well, I just think that it's hard to verbalize, but it does feel like we're seeing like cultural objects get used in, for lack of, like The Mandalorian was at WWE Raw. Did you see this like 3 nights ago?
I did not see this.
They had him come out with like Grogu on his shoulder and like all the guys walking behind him. Like, oh, the Mandalorian is here! Ah! It was like really cringy and embarrassing.
Yeah.
And like just really just like a we're digging the grave type scene. But what I was thinking like, well, they wouldn't have let this happen. Like Kylo Ren wouldn't have done that. They wouldn't have had Kylo Ren do this 6 years ago.
Right. That's true.
Maybe
That's true.
Maybe they just like need money. And they're like, maybe a wrestler will go see it. Funny scene. Then on their way from the Smithsonian Castle,
God, so much happens in between. I forgot about
to the Air and Space Museum, they decide to hide out in the Lincoln Memorial.
Yes.
Now, Dave, Stuart, have you been to DC?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many times?
Couple.
Dave, have you been to DC a decent bit, I imagine?
Twice or 3 times, I can't remember, but
so I think both you guys.
You're from Philadelphia, so
I've been there a lot.
You've been there a lot.
But you guys will note that the way the National Mall is structured is that there is the main part of there's basically the Washington Monument in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Big old circle monument in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
To the left, the reflecting pool.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of that, the Lincoln Memorial.
Mm-hmm.
To the right is the mall. Mm-hmm. It's a big park. And the Smithsonian's on either side of that. And at the end is the Capitol building. Mm-hmm. White House to the north, Jefferson Memorial, and the Tidal Basin to the south. Mm-hmm. If you're trying to get from the castle to the Air and Space Museum, you're basically just running across the park.
Yeah.
To get to the Lincoln Memorial, you have to walk 1.6 miles to the west.
Basically, you have to go way out of your way.
You have to go, by the time you get back, you've walked 3 miles out of your way to get to the Lincoln Memorial and then back down the mall.
They need a scene at the... I mean, like, this is where I had this thought much earlier when we were talking about the tunnels bit.
Yeah.
Because the tunnels bit was a way we, the three of us, not the movie, fuck the movie, but the three of us were trying to understand how the tablet affects all the different things. I know we had our own personal viewpoint of the Lincoln Monument is that they bring the tablet close. But still, the point still stands. There was a point of which I was thinking, oh, like maybe the Smithsonian's have tunnel systems that go to all of the different exhibits and monuments. Like maybe there's a tunnel system that goes to the Lincoln Monument. I don't know why I thought that, but like there was like a point I thought, oh, maybe this is just a tunnel detour that they had to take. I don't fucking know. But you're right, though. They do have to cross on the surface, so it's weird.
Yeah, so they go to the Lincoln Memorial. Hank Azaria plays Lincoln. He's like, I'm going to leave. And then Amelia Earhart, I almost said Emilio Estevez.
Abraham, freeze.
He's like, freeze. She's like, freeze and stay inside the exhibit, please.
Calm down, your moxie.
Calm down, your moxie. I was very annoyed by this sequence because you think that they would have gotten someone who could do a Abe Lincoln impression. Right?
Okay.
That is not Abe Lincoln in any way, shape, or form.
He's not even trying.
Not even trying.
He's doing a regal voice. He's like, it is me, the president.
I am Abraham Lincoln.
Like, I'm not saying you need Daniel Day fucking Lewis to come in here and just like do like, they take a shit when they saw the side of George Washington. But like, do a little bit of a voice. Come on, guys. It was very frustrating.
Yeah. I imagine that part was probably the most frustrating part
yes.
of this whole movie for you, Jeff.
So frustrating. And then they go to the Air and Space Museum, and we get like 3 rapid fire jokes. The first one, they're gonna launch every fucking thing.
They have the guy that's in like all those NASA movies.
It's Clint Howard. It's Clint Howard. It's Ron Howard's brother.
He's in every single.
He's in a lot of them because he is in Apollo 13, directed by his brother, and as a result, they're like, well, we'll just keep putting him in stuff.
Yeah, but he is the go-to guy to put in the Houston control room.
Ed Harris is the go-to guy to put in the Houston control room.
Well, he's only in one though.
He's also in Gravity. He's the voice in Gravity for Mission
Control.
But
we don't see him.
We don't see him,
but still, when he's that same role in like Truman Show, he is also kind of the guy in the control room.
Yeah.
Cue the sun. So, I mean, like, he is kind of the same role. Ed Harris, Apollo 13.
Great performance. Great movie.
Performance.
A great movie.
Oh, my God. I should watch Apollo 13 again soon.
I told you last year what I did. Dave, did I ever tell you what I did for Moon Landing Day last year?
No.
On Moon Landing Day, I like to watch a space movie. July 20th. Last year, I did the Apollo quadrilogy.
You included the horror film.
I pretended that they were a series of movies. I watched Apollo 10.5, which is a Richard Linklater animated movie.
Hell yeah.
I watched Apollo 11, a documentary about the Apollo 11 landing. I watched Apollo 13, a narrative drama about Apollo 13, starring Tom Hanks. And then I watched Apollo 18, which is a horror movie about what if the rocks on the moon were actually spiders and they ate us.
You want a crazy,
and it was a great day.
You want a crazy like moon landing double feature?
Yeah.
Start with Apollo 13.
Okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're going to say. We've talked about it in this show multiple times before.
Oh,
you're going to say Apollo 13 and First Man because one of them is a failure viewed through the lens of a success, and one of them is a success viewed through the lens of a failure.
Yeah,
that's what you were going to say.
Yeah.
I knew the second you started that was what you were going to say.
You say it as if I bring it up every fucking episode.
You have brought it up quite a few times, but I just knew. I knew.
I haven't brought it up that often. I just wanted to bring it up again. Dave, have you seen First Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, watch that in
I saw
Apollo
it in
13.
IMAX.
Watch that in Apollo 13 back to back. It's like made through wildly different lenses. It's really fascinating to watch. Anyway, we're not here to talk about Apollo 13 or Apollo 11. We're here to talk about.
But the first joke is that they're going to launch all the rockets, and then Larry stops
and the
them.
airplanes. They're watching everything.
He stops them.
The Air and Space Museum was going to explode.
Yeah, the Air and Space Museum is going to like a thermonuclear blast will wipe out DC.
Yeah, like what would have happened if he wasn't there?
They would have launched the rocket.
They would have launched the rockets.
But then the second joke is the Tuskegee Airmen.
The Tuskegee Airmen are on the way.
Which is, I don't know why that's the joke.
I thought it was kind of funny.
No, I don't like, it is extremely funny is the thing.
Yeah.
I just don't get what the joke is.
I don't
Besides
either.
the fact that there's the one guy who's just saying it.
The Tuskegee Airmen are walking up.
It's Craig Robinson and I forgot the other guy's name. But they're the Tuskegee Airmen who were the first.
What does he say when he stops when they go to stop?
Oh,
the
Tuskegee Airmen are holding them back.
Yeah. I think that's one of the
funny.
funnier jokes in the movie.
That's a funny bit.
Because it's just like the joke is that Craig Robinson will just walk around and then the other guy announces everything the Tuskegee Airmen are doing. Tuskegee Airmen, the first all black pilots in the U.S. military.
Yeah.
A very accomplished troop. But like they asked them, hey, hold these guys back when Ivan the Terrible and Napoleon come.
Well, we should mention that like as they're walking through, like Craig Robinson stops and says, Amelia Earhart. And it's like, we owe a lot of thanks to you.
Yeah.
It's like, thanks for, what does he say? He says, thanks for.
He says, because of you, we were able to fly because you let us fly.
He's like, thanks for being up in the air or something like that. He says a good, cool little catchphrase. But
Yeah.
I thought that was worthy to point out because it speaks to your little optimism.
No, I even wrote this is the most Obama optimism like sequence where it's like, America did things. We landed on the moon. We've advanced, cultural, racial, and sexual and gender relations. What a country we have here.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Napoleon runs, he's like, I'm so blue. Because when they're holding lots of Tuskegee Airmen, they're fighting like Russian soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
And the one guy is just standing there with his arms behind his back saying, the Tuskegee Airmen are holding them back. Like he's not even involved in the fight. He's just standing there.
It's really funny.
It's a good joke.
It's a good joke. And then they take the Wright brothers airplane machine.
Yeah.
And they're flying away.
And they fly it out the fucking window and fly it around the National Mall. Seemingly not a single person in D.C. is awake this night.
Nope.
And if you've been to D.C. at night, people are still on the National Mall at night.
Yeah.
It is quite populous.
You know who else is on the National Mall, and you know who else is like keeping their eyes up? The Secret Service.
The Secret Service and the United States military.
Yeah, like to be like, there's an unidentified like flying object in the sky. We must shoot it down
immediately. Wouldn't it have been great if there was like the movie had like a protest happening on the National Mall at this time?
But then that wouldn't be like Obama optimism.
It's like Glenn Beck and he's there and he's just.
My God, it's the Wright brothers thing. Yeah. So you're flying an airplane, Larry.
Larry, I don't know if you noticed, but you're flying an airplane. Amy Adams crushing some of these deliveries. But they fly the plane just into the castle and start the climax of the movie.
Did they kiss yet?
They have not kissed yet.
No, I think they have. They kissed once.
No. They kiss in the Air and Space Museum. Do they not?
Maybe they do.
I think they do. Yeah.
No. I believe it's just before they leave to run across the lawn.
I think you're right. Yeah, because she says like, I'm gonna. I like. She looks at him and then kisses him, and then he's like, "Why did you do that for?" It's like, because for the first time, I feel like I've been asleep for so long, and now I'm awake. Because there's like a thread in this movie that I don't give two shits about, but the movie seemingly wants to point it out like 2-3 times throughout the course that Amelia Earhart doesn't know that she's a wax statue.
Yes. Or the movie is playing like that she might not know, but he never addresses it. He's like, I need to tell you.
Yeah, he's going back and forth of, I don't know how to tell her that she's not actually Amelia Earhart. And she seems to be the only, besides Kamun Ra, maybe. But like, I always thought that again, if we're going by the lore, I always thought that like every exhibit is aware that they're not real. Right?
Yeah, they seem to all be aware.
The thing is, though, the
Civil War
backstory of
statue.
God, we're getting deep into the Night Museum lore. The thing is, they've been doing this for decades.
That's true.
at the other museum. So like they've had time to be like, wow, what's this? What's the or this? Oh, okay, that's
I guess
fine.
that's true. I guess that's true. So maybe the Smithsonian, because they're waking up the first time, maybe they aren't as aware they're not real. Weird.
Yeah.
There's one.
Unclear.
There is one good Amelia Earhart joke that goes so quick in this movie you could have missed it, and I'm trying to remember what the joke was, but it was like
It's like, there's that island I disappeared on. You're like, wait, what?
Yeah,
Wait, no, is it?
It is like almost.
I
like,
just made that up.
No, but it is a joke to that
Yeah.
degree. It's like something about like, it's something to the degree of like, man, it's so big you can almost get lost in here.
Yeah. Oh yes, they do
It's
make
like
that.
it's like so subliminal, and it's like there's an Amelia Earhart disappearance joke.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. What do you guys think about the old Amelia Earhart
It kind of
disappearance
sucks
thing?
that happened to her. I mean, they're pretty sure they found.
The wreckage.
We've been sure for a long damn time, but everyone's like, oh, we don't actually know. And it's like, no,
They never
no,
like
it's there.
they could not like 100% prove that it's her, but they found wreckage and like bones on a little island that like they're pretty sure is her.
Do you guys remember? This was like years ago. That
What
there
if
was
an alien ship just came and dropped her off?
there was like a bunch of news press over this mysterious old black and white photo off of like an island in like the Philippines or something.
Yeah.
And there's like somebody pointed out that there's like a woman who's wearing like kind of like an aviator jacket that's like crouched down, like way in the background of the shot. And for some reason, it became this like big national story of like, is this proof Amelia Earhart actually like survived and was living in this island or something, or maybe she was like killed by like the natives or whatever. Like it was such a weird story that just went away so quickly. Like nobody addressed it afterwards. It was like it must have gotten like supremely debunked very quickly. Either the photo was doctored or because it's the back of her, so you don't see her face. But it's just the fact that it's got like curly red hair, which is black and white. You can't even tell it's red hair. But it's like the aviator jacket would have been the right time frame roughly. And it's like seemingly at a location that she could have been flying over and possibly landed at. I don't know. This is a story years ago, but like I'm pretty sure it was like supremely like debunked. I don't know. Is anyone looking that up while I was talking about it? Or
I googled Amelia Earhart photo.
Amelia Earhart, like survival photo theory. I don't know. I'm gonna go into some real deep.
You're gonna find some QAnon.
I'm gonna find some QAnon shit in here.
Hey, you remember that weird moment in September
I
of
found
last
it.
year where Donald Trump was like, "Hey, declassify all the Amelia Earhart documents."
Okay. So a 2017 History Channel document, so right away History Channel, the same channel that does Ancient Aliens and all that stuff, popularized a theory that Amelia Earhart and Fred Newton survived a crash landing in the Marshall Islands and were taken into Japanese custody. The claim is based on a 1937 photo found in the National Archives, allegedly showing them on a dock at Jalu Atoll, with facial recognitions expert noting similarities to the pair.
I'm looking at this, and it seems like the International Group of Historic Aircraft Recovery is very skeptical of this.
There's a group of international aircraft recovery?
Yes, believe it or not, I've discovered this. We believe she died a castaway. All evidence points that we have photo and forensic analysis that have looked at the photo taken 3 months after, and we can't say for sure. But it appears to be her landing gear that matches the records of the flight. A photo of like a plane crash on an island.
Shortly after the documentary aired, there was a Japanese blogger who found the same photo in a 1935 travel log in the National Diet Library, proving it was published 2 years before her disappearance in 1937.
Yeah.
So it could not have been a photo taken after her disappearance. Did you see what the photo looked like?
I did.
Dave, I'm going to show you what this photo is just so you could see like what people are like.
Give me the. Oh, you're texting it to me.
Who in it? Oh, you see it? It's like it's
No.
it's like her crouched down. So I'm gonna try to come over here. So it's the woman that's like crouched down.
I googled it and immediately found the image.
Yeah.
Okay. It was like an interesting time. People were like, "Oh, maybe Amelia Earhart survived," and like, but it's not. It was debunked. Crazy. And then they got Hilary Swank to play her in the Amelia Earhart movie.
Was there an Amelia Earhart movie with Hilary Swank? It's the first time. You're telling me now for the first time.
I'm trying to remember what the name.
I didn't know that.
It'd be funny if it was just called Amelia. People who Google it keep coming up with like the French movie.
Amelie.
Yeah, Amelie. But yeah, there is a Hilary Swank Amelia Earhart movie that came out. It was about something. I'm trying to remember what the name of the movie was called. So yeah. What we're back at the Smithsonian Castle. Yes. By the way, I just said Smithsonian Castle because that was my guess.
No, it is called the Smithsonian Castle.
No, I know it says what it's called, but does that confirm where that they are?
Yeah, no, that's where they are. Okay, they're at the castle.
Okay.
It's the nicest looking building there. It's where they would set it.
Gotcha.
But they go there. They fly the plane in, and the climax occurs. They give the tablet to Kamen Ra. He opens up the underworld. Normal thing to do. This is kind of where the movie just like it glides to the end. There's really not like
it is called Amelia.
Yeah, it would be called that. The movie glides to the end here because he opens the underworld. A bunch of birdmen come out. Question mark?
Yeah, this is not like the Mummy 2 Anubis army where they're like jackals.
They're like
they're bird.
They're bird herons. I don't know what the Egyptian bird is called.
I think they're just falcons, right?
Falcons, yes. A bunch of falcon guys walk out and they're like, ah!
Dudes with bird heads.
Yeah, they summon actual like undead soldiers.
Egyptian mythology.
It's just real.
It's real. It's real.
But the dudes walk out, and then Abe Lincoln comes in through the window and punches the birds.
Because we made a joke earlier that he hates pigeons.
And Octavius rides in on a squirrel.
Squirrel.
He tried to go to the White House to get the president, but instead he found a squirrel and rode the squirrel there. I feel like the Secret Service still would have shot that squirrel. But
me.
But Abe Lincoln comes in and he punches all the birds, and he's like, "A house divided against itself cannot stand." And he leaves. All the bird guys run back into the underworld.
Close the door.
Like, I really didn't know what to do next, which is like funny. And then he's
Bill
like,
Hader.
"Well, kill them." And then Bill Hader and all our
We
favorite
are
characters.
not going to attack.
Ow! And then the battle of the Smithsonian breaks out. And
the titular battle of the Smithsonian.
Titular battle. Dave, what did you think of this battle? You seem to have had some thoughts.
I didn't feel a goddamn thing about it.
It's underwhelmingly
it's just noise on the screen, man.
It's not like choreographed in a way. It's kind of just dudes hitting each other.
There is the very funny like 300 parody of Octavius and Jedediah going through, and then it just cuts to the shot of the bunch of guys going like, "Ah, fuck, what the hell?"
It's like the 300 Spartan bit, right? They're doing a spoof of 300 where they're going through and cutting the shoes. Small thing that I don't want to get a tangent on. There is always the problem I have in movies where like the plot line is then if they get the thing that will allow them to open a doorway and unleash an army that will rage hell on earth. And then you see the army and you realize
like 20 guys.
It's like 20 guys. The U.S. government could take care of that with one Javelin missile.
Yeah.
Like it's like the same deal with like not Mummy 2 because that takes place in 1930s or whatever. So like that's a little bit more realistic. But there's like another movie I'm forgetting about where it's like, and then I'll unleash my army across the state of New York.
Yeah.
And it's like dudes with swords. And it's like, you realize the police have guns, right?
Yeah, but if they can't die, then, you know.
Okay, yeah, if they can't die.
But you need a horde. You need a lot of them.
Yeah.
To make it scary.
Right, to make it actually scary. You have 20 Falcon dudes come out of this room. This is my army.
It's underwhelming.
And then Larry could have just been like, oh, I don't know why we were so worried.
But the battle occurs. Larry has a flashlight fight
with Hank Azaria.
And then they push Hank Azaria into the underworld.
There's some epic music going on in the background.
It is a like strange sword fight.
Yes.
Where Larry fights him with a flashlight.
He has like one cool move where he shines a light in his face.
It's good. But then they throw Hank Azaria into the underworld. And he turns into a mummy in the underworld, and then they close the door. And they're like, all right, everybody, aboard Amelia Earhart's plane.
Oh, yeah.
How did they get everyone back?
They just get all of the guys into the back of Amelia Earhart's tiny-ass plane and fly it to New York.
No, that can't.
That's what happens. That's what happens.
Do you see how many fucking boxes they packed up and shipped? That's 3 shipping containers.
They all get out of it at the end.
All on Amelia's plane.
All on Amelia's little plane. It's all the Huns, all the cavemen, the little guys, Sacagawea, Dexter. They all get out of Amelia Earhart's plane and walk back into the museum. And then Larry turns to
shit a fucking brick.
Larry turns to Amelia Earhart and is like, I got something to tell you. And she's like, I know I'm not real. I got to get back to the Smithsonian. And then they kiss. And she takes off in her plane. And Larry's like, she's flying away to Canada. Oh, she's course correcting now. All right. And then he walks inside and Teddy Roosevelt's like, you brought everyone back. And he's like, yeah, I did. And he's like, well, good job, Larry. I got to get back to my spot. The sun's about to come up. Teddy Roosevelt gets in the spot. Robin's great third scene of this movie. And then the sun comes up. And what I'm thinking is, Amelia got a decent flight ahead of her.
From New York to D.C.
It's not a short flight. I mean, it's a short flight. But
yeah,
it's like,
what is that flight?
You're looking at in her plane, you're looking at least 2 hours.
Yeah, in her plane, 2 hours.
You're looking at least 2 hours.
In her plane. It's a biplane.
It's a little plane. It's not that fast. The sun came up about 30 minutes after she took off. What is realistically occurring is Amelia Earhart is turning into a wax sculpture somewhere above Baltimore, Maryland, and her plane is crashing into the aquarium.
It's another 9/11.
Yeah. They're like, Amelia Earhart's plane took off from the Smithsonian and flew to New York and then crashed into a building. Weird. But that's realistically also, what happens.
All the other damage at the Smithsonian where no one has any proof. Like the fucking morning guard's gonna come in to open shop and be like, what the fuck?
Brundon is losing his job.
They broke that stained glass. They smashed all the displays. I'm sure a lot of those planes aren't back where they should be.
I'd also like to say on the topic of Brundon that God bless the Wikipedia editors. Did you see this, Stuart?
No.
Look at this.
Jonah Hill, uncredited as Brandon, pronounced Brundon.
they provide a phonetic. Dave, I'm going to show you this.
Jeff is showing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They literally, the Wikipedia guy literally wrote like a phonetic explanation of how you're supposed to pronounce Brundon.
God bless Wikipedia.
God bless that editor. But Brundon is losing his job. But we don't care about the Smithsonian. We're never going to check back in on what happened there. Oh. Obama waking up and be like, sir, the Smithsonian was attacked. They just ravaged it.
The Lincoln statue is missing.
Al Capone is gone. He got out. But that occurs. And then we cut a little bit ahead in the future. We get another Ricky Gervais scene, which I wrote Ricky Gervais is crushing this in my notes.
I fully checked out at this point. He
kind of comes up and he's like, so you came back, did you? Couldn't stay away. Your little sore eye. I don't care. But he they now have reopened the museum with all of its original exhibits because a mysterious donor donated a bunch of dollars and said nothing can change. Except now the museum stays open at night. And if you come at night, all of the exhibits come to life and tell you about themselves.
This has so many ramifications.
Why would they do this?
They are not prepared.
Someone comes to the museum during the day and is like, hey, I'd like to see the animatronics. What animatronics?
They're wax statues.
Fucked up. Also, why would you go to the museum in the day now?
Yeah, why would you? The museum is going to...
The cool hang happens at night.
Yeah. But then
I think for what the movie is, it's a fun ending. It's fun.
It's only a matter of 10 years until someone gives the Easter Island head a vape pen.
Dum dum. Dum dum, give me one.
Dum dum on geek bar.
Oh man. Yeah, that's fucked up because I forgot that was the end of the movie, is that they opened up a night shift where the museum comes to life with the guest. And it made me think, it's like, well, how do you do a third movie after this now?
But then, no, they do an inexplicable thing after that. An ending that the movie does not need. Is he sees it should just pan back it should just pan back over the exhibits alive and cut to credits. Or they do deploy the cold place. And for that,
play it.
I will give them some points.
Play it.
I gotta reconnect to the
Oh
board.
my god.
I just because I had to watch something real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't want to start blasting it.
Really funny.
If it did. Okay. But then he sees a woman who looks a lot like Amelia Earhart. It's just Amy Adams looking like herself. And he's like, excuse me, you don't happen to be related to Amelia Earhart, are you? And she says, no, she's the flying lady, right? He's like, yeah. Well, there's some great exhibits in this museum. And she's like, well, I'm not very good with directions. If you don't mind showing me. And the two of them walk off into the museum. And we pull back, and you're like, we're going to cut to credits with the Coldplay song. And then we cut to a Jonas Brothers song, and it's really fucking infuriating.
Why do we need this Amy Adams bit?
And the thing is, she's not in the next one.
No.
I don't just keep stitching love interests.
So if she's not going to be in the next one, why?
I wonder if they knew there was going to be a third one.
Well, clearly they've just been ending these movies just like, we'll wrap this one up with a nice ending, which is the correct way to do it. But when you make the next one, you kind of have to, And I guess Amy Adams in 2014 doesn't really want to play like the token girlfriend. Yeah,
probably not.
Because she would just be playing Tess now instead of Amelia Earhart.
Very different role.
The movie doesn't need this ending, but whatever. And then there's something even more inexplicable in the end credits. Did you see this? Did you guys watch the Joey Motorola scene?
No.
Yes. What?
No.
Okay. The implication here are shocking. This is like some Cars level, because it's Jay Baruchel tinkering with the phone in his room within the painting that shouldn't be alive anymore.
Right.
But he's like, Ma, I'm working on it. She's like, Joey Motorola, get down here now. And it's a Motorola phone. And so the implication is because the phone was left in the painting, he reverse engineers how to make the cell phone and becomes the head of the Motorola company. But here's the thing. They're exhibits. So the implication is that they're real, but also that time travel is possible.
I gave this movie a half star for the
Is
right
it because
reasons.
it's a photo? That I can't. It actually hurts my head to think about it.
I gave this a half star on Letterboxd for the right reasons. Because no thought goes into that, Jeff. Right? No, the right answer to all of our questions is because they weren't thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because
they didn't think about it.
No thought went into this movie. Period.
Yes.
End of discuss. There's the jokes are things that I'm not convinced that the writers came up with on their own. That it's likely this would be funny for us to say.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Care.
But I also as I stated earlier, I agree with a lot of the points you guys are making about, Amy Adams, pretty good, Amelia Earhart. Yeah. There's so many jokes. Yeah. American history and all that stuff. Yeah. But
You sound like Ricky Gervais right now.
I don't care.
Unfortunately.
I don't care. I don't care.
Did you know that?
You know why? Because when there's no reason given to me why he couldn't have just solved the problem of this movie within the first 10 minutes, I'm checked out. I really could not lock in the rest of this movie because of that major plot hole.
Well, don't worry. They do bring Kamen Ra back in Night at the Museum 3. Or Night at the Museum 4.
Secret of the Tomb.
Night at the Museum 4.
4?
Yeah, Kamen Ra Rises Again. The animated one.
Good thing we're not watching that one. That one doesn't have Robin Williams in it. Right?
Does not have Robin Williams in it. However, I do think I'm going to watch it.
I'm not going to watch it.
I think I need to be able to have the full quadrilogy.
I am not going to watch it.
Of knowledge.
What even is the premise of the third one, Secret of the Tomb?
Secret of the Tomb. They go to London.
To the London Museum?
Yeah, I think they actually go to the British Museum.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Let me check. Ben Kingsley plays the bad guy in that one. As another pharaoh. Because we just keep doing the same fucking thing.
I'm looking at the fourth film. This is actually kind of Like the switch up of cast is actually kind of crazy here. So it focuses on Nick Daly, the son of Larry Daly. He's now the security guard at the Natural History Museum. Ben Stiller, Larry Daly still exists, but it's played by Zachary Levi.
Yeah, I saw Zach Levi's playing him.
And then fucking what was the other? Oh yeah, Tom Lennon's still in, but
Tom Lennon's
Roosevelt
playing
now.
Roosevelt because Robin's no longer able to do it, and also he probably just wouldn't want to in this like shitty animated like version.
And Robin's dead.
Yeah, he's also deceased. Nobody returns.
So, Night
For the
Museum
fourth one.
Battle of the Smithsonian was released May 22nd, 2009. It had a budget of $150 million. Pretty big budget. And it grosses $413 million. This movie makes money.
I want to cut in for a sec. I went on a bit of a Wikipedia rabbit hole. I just want to note the monkey that plays Dexter is still alive.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go.
And she has her own Wikipedia article. Her name is Crystal.
Crystal.
And she's 31 years old.
Jesus Christ.
Whoa, she's older than me. Fuck.
And she's still appearing in movies. She was the monkey in The Fabelmans.
No way.
You just lit You just lit up Jeff's world with that, dude.
I got a monkey. Why? Because it makes me smile. My impression of Mitzi Fabelman. I cannot believe she's the monkey in The Fabelmans. That's
all right.
crazy.
All right. So your next
she's
podcast
still spry.
is following. Your next podcast is following Crystal the monkey.
I'm seeing what other. My God, she's in everything. Jesus, she was in The Hangovers. She's the monkey in all the Hangovers.
Wow.
This is huge.
We Bought a Zoo where she plays herself. I just want to know.
I would give her an Oscar.
Plays herself?
She's in We Bought a Zoo.
Plays herself?
Name a better movie title than We Bought a Zoo. Newsflash, you can't.
How about in her filmography, she has a Swedish film which is named The 101-Year-Old Man Who Skipped Out on the Bill and Disappeared. So how's that for a film title?
That's pretty good.
That's good, but that's still
might be
not better
second
than
place to We Bought a Zoo.
Stuart, do you know what happens in that movie?
They bought it. They buy a zoo. I think they buy a zoo, right?
They in fact do buy
I
a
would
zoo.
think that's how it happened in that movie. We bought a zoo. They likely buy a zoo.
Matt Damon does in fact buy a zoo.
Snakes on a plane. What's that movie about?
Well, who gives a shit about that? When they bought a zoo.
Rabbits on a boat.
Rabbits on a boat.
It's rabbits on a boat. That's what
I've had it with these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane.
But this movie makes a lot of money.
They should have made a sequel called We Bought a 2. They buy a second zoo.
This movie makes a lot of money.
It does.
I'm trying to look at, it gets mixed reviews at the box office. One of the consensus reviews: Night Museum Battle Smithsonian, busy enough to keep the kids interesting, but the slapstick goes overboard, and the special effects, however well executed, throw the production into mania. I didn't have much to say about the special effects or visual effects in this movie. I thought everything was fine. Nothing really bothered me about the visual effects in this movie. The production of this movie, again, made by Sean Levy, who it's Sean Levy's not trying to do anything interesting.
It has a very successful crafts team.
Yeah.
Who make very good sets. John Schwartzman is the DP, who's as good as his director. He's one of those DPs who if your director has visual style, he'll give you a good looking movie. If he doesn't, you're getting. He did Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh boy. Roger Ebert gave this movie 1.5 out of 4 stars, saying its premise is lame, its plot relentlessly predictable, its characters with personalities that would distinguish picture books. So pretty lukewarm / negative reviews that it gets.
It's so funny watching movies like this where people are reading reviews from this time and they're like, you use too many special effects. You watch this movie and you're like, wow, this is a masterpiece of practical design.
Yeah, right.
Nowadays you watch a movie and it's just a fucking Paul Rudd's head floating in CG goop.
It gets greenlit for a third movie, which will come out in 2014, which we'll talk about with Dave once again. Night Museum: Secret of the Tomb.
Should we do a special?
Am I supposed to be sharing this?
We'll talk.
Heard. Okay.
But
and you know, this is where
should we do a special episode on Kamun-Ra Rises again?
Nope. We don't. Nope.
You've been overridden. That's 2-1.
Well, you guys can record that on your own. I will find better things to do with my time. So that's
only like 60 minutes long.
So that's we're at 2 hours and 13 minutes. We have surpassed.
No. I'm saying Night at the Museum 4.
Oh, it's an hour?
I believe so. It is 1 hour. Sorry, 1 hour 17 minutes.
That's short. The director of it also directed Diary of a Wimpy Kid: The Last Straw.
That's really cool. So that's Night at the Museum, Battle of the Smithsonian. Next week we have a retrospective episode.
We do.
Now I have some troubles now as I'm thinking about where we decided to put that retrospective era, because in truth, that retrospective should realistically it should go after like the final cut, I think. So I think that's like his last like interesting movie that he tries.
No, I think I like where you put it.
You like where I put it?
I like where you put it.
Can you like,
because we'll talk about it during the next episode. I think after this movie, Robin kind of shifts into a different stage of his career where like he's no longer getting cast to be an actor in a movie after this point. I think they're just kind of casting Robin Williams to be Robin Williams.
Yeah.
In things, and he does a lot more of like playing himself in movies after this.
Yeah. I think this is definitely like a major
spoiler after the retrospective. The next movie is he's in the SpongeBob SquarePants Truth or Square, which is where it's like Robin Williams as himself appearing in SpongeBob, and he appears in The Butler as Dwight D. Eisenhower. It's like Robin's just getting cast as like a legacy figure then.
Yeah.
He's no longer like an actor. He's a legacy figure.
Which is why I called it The Old Dog.
Yeah.
Well, the
current era is the old dog.
The current era is the Old Dog.
Even though Old Dogs is in the next era. But I think it's in the right spot.
Well, no, yeah. The Old Dog is the era that we just covered, which is like Robin's an old dog that can't learn new tricks. And that's sort of the premise we've been in ever since, he started with Patch Adams. Is he's an old dog and he can't learn new tricks.
Yeah.
The retrospective I have after this is The Legend, which kind of speaks on two fronts. Both the front that you just said, that he's casted as like a legacy character, but also like because it's obviously people remark his legendary aspect and status after he dies. And it's kind of one of those things that we'll talk more about that when we get there.
Get into it.
But yeah, so next week we'll get into the recap episode of that whole era. Do you guys have anything else to say about Night Museum Battle of the Smithsonian? I ran out of things to say like 20 minutes ago.
No, I think I'm good.
Dave, do you have any final thoughts? All right. Cool.
It's a big financial success to make another one.
Yeah, to make another one.
These movies continue to be Robin's like sole source of like success at this point in his career.
Yeah. Well, thank you all so much for listening. Dave, thank you very much for coming on with us again, following us along with the Night at Museum franchise. We'll see you again for Secret of the Tomb. But ladies and gentlemen of the audience, you will see us next week for our recap episode, our third retrospective on era number 3, The Old Dog, Robin Williams. As always, special thanks to Michael Van Boga Smith for theme music and Rebecca for the graphic design. If you like this episode, please remember to rate, review, comment, like, subscribe to our platform listening on, of which we are on many. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week for the Era 3 recap.